Plunge now.
Hunter, you're not wrong. Banger alert. Banger alert. Crusoe's missing hair. Hey, look who decided to join us.
Hey.
How'd you get the hat? I'm down to only a couple of items of mine. So I found this hat. I figured I'd wear it in honor of Carl Spackler because I also got my Say Amen to the Kona shirt from Breaking Tea.
Say amen to the Kona.
Say amen at the Kona. So it's, better late than never with the golf references, but we're bucket hatting tonight.
That's what's up, man.
Love it.
Hey, you can't really complain a whole hell of a lot about that.
Little whiskey sour, we're feeling good tonight.
Nice. Yeah. What Taylor, are you drinking anything tonight? Just water or?
Just water. School night,
School
Wait,
night.
you go to school? You go to school?
No, I'm kidding. I just call work nights school nights now.
Yeah, I mean that's a very adult thing to say, I would say. Bucket hats and bourbon, a memoir. I love that so much.
That's the new audiobook.
That is the new audiobook. A buddy of mine one of the guys in the Plungers happens to be a sports broadcaster, and one of his audiobooks that he read just went up, which I was like, that's cool. I guess it's cool. There's people out there that make money doing weird stuff like reading audiobooks, but such is life.
You listen.
You got the voice, man.
Yeah, I mean, you got a face for radio, I guess. That's definitely not me. But we've got a lot tonight. I feel like it was sort of slapped together a little bit. We have a DM that we all participate in. Some of us more than others. Hint, Chugs. Calm it down a little bit.
Sorry.
And I will say that Taylor, you participate far more in the DM than you have in our previous stream. So we're going to try and bring that out of you tonight. We're going to try and make this a little bit more Taylor focused. Given that you wrote that wonderful article last night on a school night, even
late into the school night at that.
Late into the school night. So if you guys don't already subscribe to Taylor's newsletter, what are you doing? I'm going to send it right now. You're doing it wrong. But yeah, so you had a late night last night.
And an early morning too. I have a tendency to kind of, wait, and I'm like, I'll get to it. But, living and learning.
It was fascinating stuff though. I feel like, so we have seen between the announcement of the MGLE packs, which had the requirements that had already happened at a snapshot, which was what your article was about. And then the end of Cool Cats 4 and the announcement of Cool Cats 5. We have seen some wild marketplace activity in terms of very specific moments and what the volatility in some of these things is bananas. It's super fascinating. I'm so excited to pull open charts tonight and just be like, whoa, look at that thing.
Look at it go.
Look at it go. So where do you guys want to start? I guess I sort of kicked around a couple ideas for where we want to start, but Cool Cats 4, is that where we want to dive in? Chugs, do you want to tell the people what happened?
Get on your soapbox and tell them.
Well, so I mean, what I thought was that at the beginning of the week, I basically said this is gonna eventually fall, and I was really speaking to the Cool Cats themselves, which that ended up being right. But what ended up happening was that the other kind of bottleneck.
Did Chugs just cut out?
Oh,
yeah, it wasn't just me.
Coming in and out. Oh, now you muted yourself. Here we go.
Uh-oh. Nope. Still muted. Still muted. click the button. Be smarter than the computer.
They
banned Chugs audio. Yeah, I said. Yeah, you're muted on StreamYard.
Hey, did I just get booted?
No, you muted yourself.
Could you hear me the whole time?
That's 2020 vibes, dude. With the mute. We've been working from home for a year. You can't be. That's a rookie move.
Froze up. It froze up and punted me.
Not our fault. I didn't do it.
Doing what I can. Anyway.
So the bottleneck. I think that's where you cut out.
Jesus. What is?
Okay. Anyway, fast forward to today. Can you hear me? Dude,
we can.
I'm having like
loud and clear.
Okay. So basically I thought there was going to be this like mad dash of relisting lower and people panicking basically, which kind of happened, but not really.
Sort of, but not really. At 9:30 it happened. It was like, and it was funny. You could see it on the half hours. It was like people had like planned and orchestrated their moves based on like, with 1 hour left, I'm going to do this.
Right.
Which was kind of funny. But I was totally in that same camp as well. I had purchased Dwight on the way up. Like when I had, right when the packs dropped, I didn't get
like
a pack.
$50 or something, right?
Like I got it for $50. Yeah. And I was like, this is going to be the bottleneck. This is going to be a problem. We got to get this now. God dang it. I didn't want to have a $50 Dwight in my hands because I knew it was going to be worth 10 or 15 or 20 or whatever it was after the fact. I was like, crap. But then like it started going and I was like, oh, great.
Oh.
But I didn't get surge. And I thought I was convinced like you were that all of these people that had it listed at $80 and $85 and $89 and $92 and $95 and $100, there were hundreds of listings right around there. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, oh, if you put that there, you're intending to sell it as a part of this challenge. You don't put that there just like it wasn't there from before. You put it there because it's in the challenge. And just I watched nothing come off the board. Like there were periods of time because the way that it shook out, there were periods of time in that lead up from about 8 a.m. to noon my time. So I'm on Central Time. In those 4 hours where there was like 30 or 45 minutes with like 3 sales because there was just no one letting it drop. And it was like,
it's just a giant game of chicken.
No,
that you thought people were going to play, but
no, it's like people running at a wall and just being like, is the wall going to move? No, it's not because the people aren't thinking like, oh, maybe they're not going to run at me. Like maybe I should move the wall closer. But I mean, maybe it's just, we're so close to this that like we pay so close attention that like, maybe not everybody that has a Dwight is paying attention, number one, or cares enough to check in an hour before or 2 hours before and like actually price it out. So I don't know. It was really hilarious.
I had someone respond to my tweet and they said something along the lines of like, yeah, I had it up there at 85, kind of forgot about it. And I was just hoping it was going to sell. And I came back and found that it was 10. So I feel like a lot of people aren't keeping as close of an eye on it necessarily, or have other things going on. But it was wild to see.
That was kind of, it was the quote that I don't know who actually said it, but I said it to you guys in DMs, like, it's better to get 50% of something than 100% of nothing. And like somebody had tweeted out there, like, here's the real heroes who like held out at like $90. And it's like, you could have easily changed it to like 60 and got hit like that, or 50 or any of that stuff. Yeah. But, but instead now they're stuck with a $10 moment,
Right. And I think, and maybe it's, I really think that it is like, we just pay very close attention.
Yeah.
And there are people that aren't. And like, okay, you bought it for 10 and now it came in a pack and it was like, I mean, even if you sold it for 20, it would still be plus money for you, I guess. Right. I think Anthony's got it right. Or just weren't getting at it. Yeah. Hey, it's D-Mang. People just weren't getting at it and just being greedy holding bags. And by the way, Clapshot, I do see your comment. So I don't see, I don't know if Matt Master's here, but if anybody does sub, please make sure to like and follow at the very least. We now, for anybody that hasn't been here since we did this earlier this week, I hit whatever the thing is that allows you to like actually get some paid subscribers, which means something, I guess. And I said this on the Monday stream when we were streaming, I'm splitting my revenues, which is up to, I think, $72 so far. It's 4 ways. And I said it on Monday. I meant it. It's going to be Taylor and Chugs and Greg and I. We're going to split these things 4 ways. Someone told me that I have to get over $100 in order to get paid out. It's sort of like having a bookie, like Twitch is your bookie.
Settle
where it's
up.
like you don't settle up until like I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I don't really know. So, but I am going to pay you after taxes. So just be aware of that because I'm pretty sure they W-2 me. Anyway, just keep that in mind. So I might have to, I'm not a tax professional, but I might have to like W-2 you from me. So I don't know how that works.
For like 25
bucks. We're dependents.
That's dude. We taking over the industry. We taking over the world. This is $1 trillion industry. We gonna have 3 labels. Hit me in the chat if you understand that reference. It's one of my favorite YouTube videos of all time. So anyway, yeah. So that $72 would definitely buy you a Jamichael Green comment. Like what? Speaking of things that are out of whack, let's talk about what this mess is. And I'll pull it up because it's a mess.
Do you think Top Shot's just messing with people at this point? And they're like, hey, let's just make a Jamichael Green go up to $90. Why not?
Put it in a challenge for Fred VanVleet.
I mean, they had to pick. Is it confirmed that it is in fact like undrafted players? That's the rub, right?
I think so. Yeah.
So for anybody that doesn't know or didn't see this earlier today in the frenzy of the MGLE or doesn't pay attention, they did announce a Cool Cats 5 challenge. So for everybody that isn't aware, there have been 4 Cool Cats challenges where there were 4 drops that had packs related to them, right? So they had 5 different Cool Cats for each of those packs. That totaled 24 moments. Each of those 4 challenges had 4 challenge rewards. Started with Luca, which is the master bottleneck for the LaMelo Master Challenge. Second was AD, which happened during the pump, and it was a nightmare, and everybody lost their ass on it. The third one was Nikola Jokic, and I think something like 65 or 6,600 or 6,700 something people completed it off of the 15,000 minted Cool Cats. And then this last one that finished today was 4. But there are still 24 plus 1 because there was a cool kid, Crypto Kitties Cool Cat, Karl Anthony Towns. So that makes 25 moments. There's still 4 more moments for the Master Challenge that we don't know where they're coming from. Well, we know where one of them is coming from now. It's this Fred VanVleet. So
3 left.
There's now 3 left that we don't know about. I'm almost positive that one of them is going to be tied to the Showcase Challenge. So make sure you do that. So that's at least 2. And if you assume those 2, and then 2 more, who knows what those are. But this is the all common moments one. So they came out with, hey, you need to collect all 5 of these common moments for this Fred VanVleet. I'm not sure who came up with it first, but I certainly saw it from Phil. That because Fred VanVleet was undrafted, the idea was having undrafted players. So I think he tweeted something out on and it was probably in a bunch of other Discords as well. But
he had 2 of the 5.
I think 2 of the 5 were in that tweet. And I had attempted to purchase a Duncan Robinson earlier, like based on that tweet. And I struck out 4 times and I was just like, fuck this. Like if it's there, like I'll take my medicine. I can't do it. Awesome. Thank you, Alchemist27 for being a tier 1 sub. I'm not sure what that means, but that's awesome, dude. And their badge is coming if they're not here already. We're working on them. So cool. Yeah. So anyway, the challenge, like all of these moments were like $7. Like Duncan Robinson, Lou Dort, and Joe Ingles, they were all $6 or $7 earlier today. And TJ McConnell and Michael Green. And you can see these are out of 35,000 right here. And then Jamichael Green and TJ McConnell are out of 15,000. So looking back at the Cool Cats 4 challenge, which finished today, that had 2 moments that were minted to 15,000. They were Serge Ibaka and Dwight Howard that we just talked about. Those ran up the flagpole to like $60+. And I think there is a lot of mental gymnastics that people or don't even have to do, right? It's just like, that's what those were for that. So they must be this. And I have a feeling that it's going to stay that way the entire time. So I looked out and snagged a TJ McConnell at $22 with my first purchase after the marketplace opened. And then I struck out 5 times on a Jamichael Green, all above value. So I'm sort of hosed on that one, and I'm gonna have to take my medicine on all this stuff if I decide that I want to complete the Fred VanVleet. So, what are you guys at with this?
I just got to say how impressed I am that people how quickly people are picking up on the theme for these challenges. Like, it blows my mind that all the information you have is that it's Fred VanVleet, and immediately 30 seconds later, people are like, "Oh, it's undrafted players." Done. Like, how many things could you name about Fred VanVleet? There's all sorts of different themes you could come up with. So I want to know who's got the inside scoop, because that was really fast. That was 30 seconds after it was
Phil's in the chat. Phil, who's your inside info?
He's good with that.
Phil, who's your plug?
For sure.
Yeah,
he's either got a plug or he's just good with the riddles and stuff. But I ended up where we're at. I got a Duncan Robinson and a Joe Ingles before on that first tweet from Phil. I was like, I'm gonna pick up 2 of these, see what happens. I had a Dort. Funny enough, I had a Dort. I had listed it for $20 before, a long time ago, forgot about it. And I had it. And then I went to check how many challenge pieces I had, and I had one less than what I thought. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck? It says I don't have Dort anymore. I'd sold it for $20. Fortunately, I was able to jump back in and get it for $22 or something. But
I saw yours in the marketplace. When I was snagging mine, I was scrolling down and I was trying to
Chugs and bucks.
I was trying to go 10 or 15 down. So I wasn't just going to get a failed transaction. I was like, screw it. I'll pay an extra $1 to not just get bumped and miss 10 minutes. And I was scrolling down. And I'm like, oh, Chugs is right there. I almost bought it. I bought 3 above yours. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, yes, he's selling at 20. Maybe he's just quick flipping this for $10, but all right.
Now I'm stuck with McConnell. Basically, I'm gonna have to pay whatever the hell for McConnell, because I'm convinced. I think you're totally right that they're just gonna stick. People are just gonna set it and forget it, and that's it. But I have one question. I think the thought of you'll get an extra challenge, you'll get an extra reward for each challenge you do, because we're out of room on it now. However, what do you guys think about the possibility that every single person who has done all of the challenges is issued a pack of 3 of the same moment, just like the cats, and they're able to punt out 2 of them or keep them, but they're able to punt 2 if they wanted to the highest bidder who wants to get in? What do you think on that theory as being one of the other cats left? What's your thought there?
Taylor, you first.
I want to believe it. I think it'd be cool. And I know they're trying to, promote people doing challenges and not just waiting and buying stuff after, which I'm guilty of. I'm completely on the outside looking in for cool cats. I think it'd be cool. And I think it could spice up challenges and give people a little bit more incentive to participate in them if they feel like maybe there's a chance they get rewarded down the road for something else for doing a challenge. Because right now it's kind of just a math problem everyone looks at, and a lot of people look at it and just go no, this doesn't look nice, I'm just going to wait it out. So I'd say I think it's more likely they don't do that, but I'd be pretty happy if they do, as someone who has no skin in the game.
I think,
what do you think?
So the counterpoint to that, from a fairness perspective, I am doing these challenges under the assumption that there will be something that matters, whether it's for the Master Cool Cat Challenge or down the line. I think they will reward people. I hope they reward people for doing all of the 5 or 6 or 8 or 10 challenges or whatever and sticking it all the way through. Whether that actually comes to fruition as a component piece of the Master Challenge, I'm maybe 50-50 on. The reason that the con argument for doing that is that anybody that had the Luca basically is are the people
super
that
bottleneck.
Can, right. They're the super bottleneck. So if you basically say, all right, you got the Luca and you got it for way less than it's worth right now, relatively speaking, and you finished everything else, and oh, by the way, now we're giving you these 3, those people have zero incentive to sell any of them. They would hold their one.
What if you sold it for freaking $800 or some crap though?
But then why? But that's an incredibly bad precedent for them to set, though. To say okay, we're giving the people that already are the bottleneck the power to control the bottleneck even further.
I guess,
and I think
true.
it's just one of those things that you will create a power dynamic and a really if I'm someone that didn't get the Luka because I wasn't here in early February or whenever it was,
pissed. You'd be pissed.
I'd be super mad. I'd be super duper mad. So like as someone who was here and has stuck it out and has taken fat L's, I love it. So I can totally understand how, and I get it. Like I get that dynamic. I would love for them to do something. I don't like, I'm 50-50 on whether or not it's going to be a component. Maybe it's, you can't keep them or something like that, or you have to gift them, or like I don't know. There may be some other weird dynamic.
Well, and also though the thing is, it's like it wouldn't be the
Thank
first.
you,
time
Chef Lizette, by the way, for the subscription.
It wouldn't be the first time that some super whacked out economics like overcorrected, like something to favor one group of people versus another or something. Like we've seen whacked out shit in Top Shot before.
Well, it's unintended consequences, right? Like
right.
And
they're trying to reward collectors there, but it could be a massive overcorrection, you know?
Yeah. And who knows, maybe it's like everybody that did that gets a free ticket into the next Hollow Lycon drop or something, like, you know, or that gets into the rookie drop, or, if you completed all of these challenges, or, hey, if you completed those Cool Cast challenge, they will gift you another moment on top of that like isn't part of the master challenge for LaMelo, but it's like some other thing. Or maybe it's an early adopter pack or something, like maybe it's something else that's like on top of it as a thank you. I think at some point I heard Roham mention like everybody will be, taken care of that's like sees it through the beta type of thing. Like they have, they already airdropped the gift in, like it's not beyond them to do that stuff for like to reward people for being engaged and involved. And I think it would pay dividends for them to really like not just make the utility of the challenges, like whether or not the moment specifically that you got out of it was worth the value of what you put into it, but that it has tangible benefit outside of that. So they have lots of levers to pull with all of this stuff. Again, we're still seeing only a portion of the iceberg with like what's under the surface. But yeah, some of this stuff, like it gets really wonky really fast. And the evaluate market tool kind of aired out on me here a few minutes ago. So I don't know if they're having like load balancing issues or whatnot. I don't know if Christian's in the chat, but yeah, there it is. That's a beautiful chart.
Wow.
I don't know if everybody sees that. You love to see that. Maybe this is one of those, this is like a payola situation. Like maybe TJ McConnell's people got in touch and they were like, hey, we got to do this.
Get him back in the challenge again. Second time.
Yeah.
Like a contract year or something. They gotta
I mean
a little bit.
So it's very interesting though. So like you can definitely see not just like when it was announced, but you can also see when the marketplace restrictions eased up and like when the timing started shifting, right? Like this lead up right here. There's two things that are happening in the lead up, right? So it's like starting at $10 and then it's riding up. Is that they're like all of the listings that are out there are getting snapped up, right? So it's just climbing the ladder until there's like a soft point in the market, but it's also then like the timers are shifting out. So you get the people that have to wait an hour until their next one. Like they can't enter into the market until a little bit later in the afternoon or whatever the case is there. But the other thing that you're seeing is that there are then a ton of relistings, right? So I'll ask Greg to do the same thing that he did with the Dwight and Serge and all that last time around. But like it's not a secret, or it's not a like there weren't this many listings at $60 to $70 of the TJ McConnell before today. So like the vast majority of these listings and sales, again, this chart is from evaluate.market. Like these are sales that are happening over the last few hours, but they're brand new listings. There weren't just like a bunch of listings sitting out there waiting for it. So it'll be curious to see what that all shakes out at. And I don't know if I sort of posted a couple screenshots from this earlier today, but there's this app that like, or this site that not a lot of people knew about. And it's basically Taylor is like biting your idea from your first blog post about like, the cereal curve of the best cereals for a particular thing. It's kind of difficult. It's like not the easiest thing to use, but I sometimes use it just to kind of visualize sort of what Top Shot analytics was showing us last time about like taking a look at listings and where they are. So similar scatter plots of like, you can visualize where the listings are, not just the sales. So obviously everything up here is just like moonshot numbers for whatever, right? In the 5 or 10K range. Like these are all just, useless listings. But when you start zooming in towards like the couple hundred range, like, and where everything is, there are lots of people that have listed their pieces at like round numbers. You see the line at 200, obviously, you see the line at 150. But you see a ton of them in between like 60 and 100. So again, these are all the listings for that TJ McConnell base. You just take the listing ID, go into the topshooter.app, which I'll pop into the chat so that anybody can look at it. And then go from there. So what it does though is then it gives you like links. And I haven't even talked to any of these guys, and I don't know if it's one person, if they're still maintaining it, whatever. But like I had it bookmarked for a long time, and I just started using it today again. But they have like links to what is essentially the best deal, like the lowest serial number at each price point. So, if you're looking at what's the best $66 moment, it's serial 10K. If you want a the best $67 moment is 2610 and so forth. So you can start to like, as you're picking through, as you're thinking about like, oh, hey, how do I purchase something like this? You want something to retain value or something longer term with a higher serial. I don't think it's going to matter a whole hell of a lot, but it might save you a little bit of cash to do something like that. But there are so many listings sort of in that $60 something to $100 range. How many of them get set and forget? No idea. We'll see if they have the same dynamic as Dwight.
I think it's going to be a lot. Fortunately.
So Matt Master, before we go any further, who subscribed? I want to give shout outs. So I definitely saw Chef Lizette. Thank you. I see you all over the place. You're in every stream. It feels like every single stream I'm in, you're in, which is awesome. And then I definitely saw a handful of others in there. So can we do like a little roundup and thank everybody for that? That would be awesome. Crusoe's missing hair. Nice. Awesome. He did. I don't know. Now that we have all the people here, while Matt Master's giving me all those, we'll play the intro one more time before we start getting into pack cracking, because it's my favorite thing in the world. So Crusoe's missing hair. Big ups to you again for all of your help. And we'll play that intro and get into some pack cracking and thank the rest of our subscribers.
Comes the plunge now.
Okay. So thank you, Chef Lizette, Alchemist, Clopshot for the subs, Caruso's missing hair, everybody else. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That helps us out a lot. If you're on Twitch, please follow, consider subscribing. We are getting badges and working on those. They should be pretty cool. I've got a couple people helping me out on those, and we're going to be doing some emotes as well. So if you have emotes that you want to pop in the chat, like, let me know. We want to make it worthwhile for folks to shell out their hard-earned cash. So before we bring in pack cracking folks, Taylor, I wanted you to give. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. If you wanted to pull up, and sort of talk through what your article was about today, for anybody that may not be subscribed, and we can kind of talk through it a little bit.
Sounds good. Let me pull it up. Share. All right, you're seeing it?
I am seeing it.
Sweet.
Make sure to zoom in like way far.
You're saying the charts are small? All right.
I'm saying it's hard to see in general.
Okay. Yeah, so this is a newsletter, if you aren't familiar, mintandmoment.substack.com. I get an article out once a week. I try to do Wednesdays. Sometimes life gets in the way and we do Thursdays like today. But fortunately, going to Thursday meant that I got to look at something new. So this was based off of the premium pack, MGLE pack. And the thing that stood out to me that I remember the night before, I Plunge and Chugs. I remember I messaged both of you saying that like 40-something% of all Series 2 35K moments were at $5. Like there was just like that floor where just about everything was $5. Do you remember that at all?
Yep, definitely.
And then I remember I went to go look last night and there was like 2 moments that were $5. And I was like, what the hell happened? So I started to dive into it. This article I go into at first, what happened with the first eligibility requirement. That was for the All-Star Game pack. Top Shot said you had to have, I think it was 3 moments in your account, and they gave everyone, I think it was 24 or 48 hours to collect it. And then you just saw everyone go to the marketplace and buy the 3 cheapest moments that they could.
Otto Porter Jr. had a great day, and I'm pretty sure Crypto Babe went out of business that day.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's sort of, I don't know, personally rubbed me the wrong way, where it kind of felt like, yeah, Top Shot had this idea about how they wanted you to get those 3 moments or something, and it felt like everyone's just going through the motions to technically qualify. And all this is sort of surrounded by the idea that packs are super EV positive, right? Like they're the best way to spend your money on Top Shot, and they're trying to maybe weed out some people. So this was the Mason Plumlee moment that I pulled out just as an example. So the blue is the number of transactions over time. So it absolutely popped off. Everyone saw him as like the $3 or $5 moment to grab. The price actually shot up, which is people were spending $20 on a Mason Plumlee just to qualify, which shows like
God,
how many people were needing to get 3 moments and how like much of a bottleneck that was, which I have no other comment about that. Then they changed it up, and then they switched it up where the requirements were not announced. They were just took a snapshot, didn't tell anyone ahead of time, but they told people what, obviously you had to have at the time of the snapshot. So as most people probably know, you had to have these requirements for the MGLE pack drop that happened today. And what surprised me was that if you looked at the marketplace and you looked at what happened, you'd kind of see people checking off these boxes after the announcement was made, and after they said we already took the snapshot like at noon, so you either made it or you didn't, and people were like, I'm gonna buy moments. So this was transaction volume. This was each dot here is 10 minutes, and you can just see
so stupid.
It was just this was going on, right? Like that's 200 transactions every 10 minutes, which when you think about the scale of Top Shot and how many users, that's tiny, right? Like there's just not much going on. And then it absolutely pops off. And I think the site had like login issues around this time, because I'm guessing everyone is trying to go sign in and buy moments, which I don't know about you guys, but I don't understand. Where I get it. You probably, if you didn't qualify, you probably want to do what they said you had to do so that you're ready for the next requirement. But you don't have to do it right then, right? Like they're not going to drop another premium pack at like 4 p.m. today after this first one. So I don't get why everyone was, rushing to get in there. It was like Black Friday in the marketplace, but it absolutely exploded. So this was transactions. Here's the median transaction amount in each 10-minute interval. So you can just see typically $25, right? Some are like, you can imagine some are 10, 15, some are 5, but the median, the middle one there is 25. And then everyone just goes, screw it, we're buying the cheapest ones we can find. Just absolutely falls through the floor. And so much so that $5 floor disappeared, and suddenly it was a $7 floor. Like that's how much demand there was. Same thing for rares, right? This was the number of rares purchased every 10 minutes. And before this, we're talking like 1 or 2 every 10 minutes across the entire site. And suddenly you're getting 160 every 10 minutes. So I don't really understand why people were necessarily rushing to go qualify for the pack drop they may have missed right away. Maybe they didn't read the part about the snapshot already being taken. Maybe they thought they could trick it and be like, well, if I qualify at the pack drop, it counts. I don't know what you guys think.
I think it's funny. The only thing I'll add is that you said already, like it's from a timing standpoint, like it's not like getting it now is really going to matter. Like you could kind of bide your time to get eligible again. But to me, like you don't even know if those eligibility requirements are going to be the same or if they're going to stay. Because truthfully, like what one of my kind of mini rants yesterday was with the requirement is that's treating symptoms. Like the real disease is EV pack economics, right? And they sort that out, and then requirements don't even need to exist, right? And so to me, like kind of ironically inversely front running like stuff that's already been established, like I don't know if that really helps you, because those eligibility requirements could be different or could go away, or so yeah, I'm with you in that it just seems intuitively dumb to chase a requirement after the fact.
And on top of it, like, there was theories that that's the requirement that defines a true collector. And then Alan tweeted, I think this was in response to Phil, that like, no, this isn't the criteria to be a true collector. We're not targeting them.
Right.
We're targeting people that essentially showed signs that they either got an MGLE or would want an MGLE or would be willing to spend enough for an MGLE. So like, there's no guarantee that that criteria is ever going to be used again. So it's
right.
a bit, I mean, obviously this is like, you're really in the weeds when you're reading Alan's Twitter responses to Phil, but I thought it was really interesting. And even you see moments like Lou Dort's Rising Star moment, even getting a bit of a pump as people are racing to pick up a rare, which I don't know if you guys have any theories on this one, but I looked it up and there's plenty of other cheaper Rising Stars like Michael Mulder and Brandon Clark. Yeah, like there's cheaper ones.
Did Phil pump it or something?
No,
he's a Canadian.
No idea why.
He's Canadian. The Olympics. That's Phil's thing.
Maybe.
The Olympics.
Hey,
but
Team Canada is hosed now. I saw Jamal Murray at post ACL surgery.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't understand why. Like, I get it. You want to rush to get a rare. But if you look at the history and you realize you're paying $155 for a Lou Dort that was $30 cheaper, it's like maybe pump the brakes a little bit. I don't think it's going to stick around at that same level. I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. I have sort of a differing opinion about this. Like, I don't care. For anybody that missed this, I don't care. I have no sympathy for you. Like, sorry, if you're a fringe case, if you spent $1,000 on a hollow icon pack and you hit the last 2 premium drops and you only have 14 moments in your account, I don't care. Like, I don't care if you have 12 Series 1 moments and you're a true collector. I don't care. Like, this was a crappy premium pack drop that 72,000 people qualified for. If you're a fringe case that like you don't fit those bills, don't care. And that's okay, because the next time it's going to be a moving target. It's going to be something different. And I just don't care. Like, I'm sorry, but I think that you're right, Chugs. This is treating the symptoms, not the problem, generally speaking. And if the point is to have fewer people line up, like if you can't get fewer people to line up voluntarily through making them it's such a bad investment that they wouldn't, it's either cost prohibitive or the EV is going to be way, way below that anyway, then you need to create some form of throttling, or at least that's the way that they're handling this. There is going to be zero perfect fit for that. So take what you can and learn from it. I think they got a little bit cute the first time around, but like, it's clear they are iterating. So I just like, I don't care. I don't think they're going to get it perfect because it's never going to be perfect, but it's better than it was the last time. And the last time was better than the time before that. And the time before that and all that stuff. 72,000 people got in. This is Boulette, by the way. She's struggling right now. But I like there's still like 1 in 5 people. Like, that's a lot. That's still a lot. And yes, there were booty rebound packs that I cracked and like they suck, but whatever. Like, so you didn't get into this drop. I'm 0 for on. I've been in since mid-January. I have lined up for every single legendary and every single rare drop. I have not gotten a single one. And it doesn't make me like, oh, hey, like I want to make sure it's inclusive of every single fringe case. Like, I just don't care. Like, I'm so sick of and tired of talking about like your specific fringe case. So anyway.
So now I will counter a little bit here. Look, my thing is, I think that a smarter tweak would have been including a either or of overall spend and or marketplace spend, because if somebody has happened to have spent, like you said, $1,000 on a hollow pack, that's a reasonable customer to Dapper, I would think, and should be worthy of pack access, if you want to call it that, in my opinion. now.
Go for it. But like the corollary here is that like you flew 124 segments instead of 125 on Delta. Sorry, you're not getting diamond. Like you're going to be gold this year. Sorry, bro. Like loyalty programs exist. There are thresholds that you have to hit. I understand that if they don't publish the thresholds, you can't go towards them, which is part of the problem. If they publish the thresholds and say, this is what you must do in order to meet this tier or that tier or whatever. And maybe that's where they're headed with baller status. Like good on you.
Yeah,
but they can't then make the baller status predicated or like precipitated on your ability to get into a pack drop, right? Because right now there are like rare, you must crack a rare in a pack or a legendary in a pack. Like I'm never going to get one. So like, I'm just resigned to that fact. But if it's marketplace spend, if it's like amount of moments purchased, it's whatever, like a airline loyalty program, there's plenty of people that literally like churn points for that purpose to get the benefits of that. There's no reason that there shouldn't be like airline status for Top Shot, right? Like that, it makes perfect sense to do that.
I just don't see why it couldn't be an either or type situation. I mean, that's really the only, like, either you spend $100 in the marketplace or you spend a substantially higher amount just in general, whether it's packs or whether it's in the marketplace. Somebody, and I guess what the thing that kind of bugs me about it is most of the pushback on it is, boo-hoo, you got a holo pack, you're probably making all this money or whatever. And one, pack luck, like, since when did pack luck become punitive? For one, that's like, if like either it is or it isn't, and at this point it's supposed to not be. Two, if you haven't sold anything, you haven't made anything. So just like PSA to everyone, not financial advice, but you're not making anything if you haven't sold it. Okay, so all these people like throwing shade on anybody who's got like high value stuff and who has made money off pack drops, they haven't made shit because they haven't sold it yet. So like, understand that unrealized gains are not real. They are unrealized. End of PSA on that. But right. I think it should have been an either or.
I think the only thing, Plunge, like you hit on, is the elephant in the room is that if they just fix the pack price or the economics, what's in the pack, the prices,
100%,
we wouldn't 100%. Even be having this conversation. And I know, say they made this rare pack $250 and there was no requirement, same moments in it, you'd have 200,000 people lining up, but eventually people are going to learn that it's a bad investment and it's going to work itself out.
Or it's a risk, or it's not riskless, right? Like it's not a riskless thing.
Right? If you can't tell,
like there's very few tough decisions to make on Top Shot these days, because it's like, okay, the marketplace is, I don't know, maybe not the best place to spend your money. Packs are. And it's just kind of like a no-brainer. So
that's the irony.
I don't know.
That's the irony, though, is that like the most traditional way to collect is just to buy packs. Like, and unfortunately, that's the most economically rational way to collect right now. But again, just the most pure traditional way to collect cards. I mean, if you're thinking back in the day, like you went and you bought a pack, you didn't go searching some random marketplace.
Interest you in some really trashy prison cards?
No cardboard whatsoever.
Although I did hit the pack lottery on the last crack. I think I've been.
Yeah, man, show it. Where is it?
It's upstairs. You want me to go grab it?
You have it framed at your bedside? Yeah.
It's this important that we're.
Yeah, I know. He wants to.
Quick commercial break as.
Yeah.
We get to look into the plunge.
But I mean, so like, where do you come out on that? Like, I came out pretty hot. Like, I thought it should have been a either or, and the or overall spend, admittedly, being significantly higher than a marketplace spend, right? Because somebody even said, they were like, oh, if you're out in the marketplace, you're not really an investor. And I'm like, well, the person who spent $1,000 versus $100, the $1,000 spender is literally by definition a bigger, more invested than the $99 person who picked off a bunch of cheap shit.
I think two points. The first being like, I agree if you,
yeah, there it is.
The Dubs enemy loves that.
So it's a James Wiseman rookie Prism, or excuse me, Panini Origins. So for anybody that hasn't done a pack crack online, this group of guys, the Break Boys, it's electric.
They run a tight ship. Very tight ship.
They wear gloves the whole time.
Oh man,
it's amazing.
It's fantastic.
It's like it's a perfect mix of like technology and old school. Like they've got Sharpies of
writing
Post-it
things on
notes, keeping track of
Sharpies and
who's
stuff,
paid them. But then they've got Google Sheets and they've got
Yeah.
gloves.
Somebody's
and
screaming in the
cameras.
background. You don't know what's going on, but like the keyboard lights up and stuff, dude.
Oh man, it's got today. The guy was like ordering a burrito. Even him ordering a burrito was electric. Like it was
like
fantastic.
90 people watch that.
Yeah, and Quad saying they've been over streaming for over 24 hours right now. I had him on early too. It's like who wants it? And then it's funny because you have guys that are like ape in and be like, so these panini boxes, the one that I got this one. It was there is one pack. The box is one pack of 7 cards, and so there were only 7 spots. You paid $64 to get one of the 7 spots. They randomized, so he opened all 7 cards, placed them all on the thing, and then like took all 7 names and like rolled a dice, and it was I think 8 on the dice, and he put all of our names into a randomizer and it hit it 8 times, and then whoever was first got the first pick and so forth. And I'm sitting there, I'm like watching. I was in New Orleans last week. I was like watching it. I'm like, it's like 6, 7, and I'm like, motherfucker, let's go. And then like my name pops up first, and I was like, yes, because we had already pulled this out, so I knew exactly what I was getting. I was like, yes. I was like in my hotel room. I think I woke up the people next to us. It was super good.
Are you 2 for 2 on like just absolutely sniping the best spot on these? I feel like you've done 2.
Yeah,
right? One of them was the first pick, and the second one was you got the Charlotte, and everyone's like, oh, it's over.
Yeah. So the other one, so this one where I got, so the other box, and I don't know anything, for full disclosure, I know nothing about cardboard at all. So this one, there were 10 spots in the break. So the break was an entire hobby box of Panini Prism, which apparently is very good.
Isn't it like $2,000 for one or something?
Yeah, it's like if you wanted to buy the box from them, because you can buy a box from them, they have them. Like it would cost you $2,000 for these 12 packs. I think there's 144 cards, and so they do a randomized like team draw for like 10 people. It's $210 to get in. You send like literally Venmo the guy, like you just Venmo him or Zelle him or whatever. Yeah. You put your name in, and then you get like their tiered teams. So like the top 10 teams, and they're not like the top 10 best teams. They're the top 10 best card teams. Because like Charlotte's not the best team, but they have LaMelo, and like the Warriors aren't the best team, but they have Wiseman. So it's all like the guys with the rookies and like the big names. So it's like Lakers and Pelicans and Grizzlies and whatever. So I pulled, I got like randomly drawn the Nets, the Heat, and the Hornets, and I didn't get a single LaMelo. I got like a shit ton of like PJ Washington.
Yeah. Did you get Miles Bridges too?
Yeah, I got a PJ. I got 2 Dwayne Wades, and I was like, "Yeah, it's Dwayne Wade. It's a hollow, and it's worth like $5.27. It's fucking brutal." Anyway, so on the pack crack, it's already 50 minutes in. We're gonna crack
let's go.
Packs.
Let's get some.
We should do this. So we're gonna bring our first guest to crack some packs. He is a friend of the program. His name is Top Shot Snipes. So, Mr. Snipes, how are you?
Hey guys,
there he is.
So for anybody that was like, hey, where do I know that name? That sultry, that deep, that charcoal, that voice. You heard him if you listened to the first Mint podcast. You would have heard him and Chugs yesterday, I think, if I'm not mistaken, talking with LG about what he would do with $500 on Top Shot right now. He also has a YouTube channel. Is that correct?
That's right.
Top Shot Snipes YouTube
Top Shot
page.
Snipes on YouTube.
So I'm going to go ahead and send that in the chat, and one of my nicknames is the Shill Father. I don't know if you guys knew that, but so what have you been up to, man?
Oh, this week I'm trying to out sultry LG's own voice on his own podcast as a guest.
Good luck.
I'm making I guess I could talk a bit about my channel. I know you guys are doing a great job with the analytics. I know the First Mint's doing all this great stuff about the news of the day and all that, and helping people decide what to do. But my channel is all about what to do when you already know what you want. So it's about navigating the site smartly. It's like, okay, I have an idea of what I'm looking for. Now what? When do I show up? Where do I go? And it's from like general basic info, just stuff I've drawn from questions I see all the time, just watching the Top Shot Discord, like, how do I buy a pack? What's a challenge? What's the master challenge? So I try to make videos that are very just like chill, straightforward explanations, like walkthroughs of stuff. Like, you're gonna buy a pack, it's okay. This is gonna take a long time. Don't stress out. Just thinking about like my first few times buying packs, especially like months ago when everything was more broken. And just like, do I hit refresh now? If I hit refresh, do I lose my spot? Like, what's going, like, just panicked. And I just thought about that attitude I had. And then I just kind of, it's like, I bet a lot of people are going through similar series of emotions as I am. And so on my channel, I try to be like, everything's fine. It happens to like the things you're going through happen to everybody. So just relax. It's going to be fine. Here's how you get a pack. Here's when to buy that moment. Just, stuff like that. It's and
awesome.
Yeah.
So you got a pack to crack. Is that correct?
I got a pack to crack. This is my first premium pack. I'm so excited.
Look at you
go.
Yeah.
Look at you go. Well, you gotta kick us off well. So we've got I think 7 or 8 other people in the wings. 7, I think, because you make 8, which is awesome. Like, that's so cool that people are willing to do this and share it with us, because like I'm FOMO real hard and I live vicariously through everyone. So it'll be my first thing. And it looks like, I don't know, in the chat, Map Master has a Topps premium pack too that he's willing to crack on wax later on.
No way.
So if you guys stick around to the end,
I tried to get one of those.
You tried to get one of those?
We'll crack it
at the end.
Did not get it.
For anybody that doesn't care about Topps, we won't make you stick around for that one. And maybe if Map Master wants to, we'll run some GeoGuessr at the end, depending on how long it takes to run through this stuff, because I'm jonesing for some of that. So yeah, yes, Chef Lizette, congrats on the rare pack. Let's open it. Go ahead and share your screen.
Somebody asked in the comments, while you're sharing Snipes, share the audio for sure, because I want to hear whatever beat we got going on these. But
I'll try.
Somebody's asked. I see what somebody's commented. Are we going to grade the packs? Yeah. Do we want to grade the whole pack or just the MGLE, or do we want to give some? I gave it a 10. Fucking 10.
We'll grade them. Let's do it.
All right. Let's do it.
I'm gonna get a piece of paper so that I don't forget. And whoever gets the worst pack, you still got a fucking premium pack. So shut up.
Yeah.
The booty packs, I think we had a prize at the end of that one, but
still,
we'll grade them again. Okay.
I got my
notepad. Are we ready? Top Shot Snipes. Uh-oh. People are going to pressure you into trying to open other ones.
I'm trying to collect the whole rainbow.
You still got the gift. Wow.
Well, I know it's one of 5 cards, and I already missed the boat on, like, if that's Donovan Mitchell, he's not going to be $300 again.
You need to try to see if like a number 1 is still left or jersey match or something.
Caruso's missing hair said he will gift a moment to the worst pack.
All right. That means that holds us. That means that holds us to grading.
All right, we got to grade them.
If it's going to be bad, I hope it's really bad then.
Honest grading.
Yeah, all right.
I will say preemptively, the golds in this are less than inspiring.
Cheeks.
Yeah.
Booty cheeks. So what are you hoping for? Start with that.
I mean, I'm hoping. I'm liking the young guys in the list of possibilities. I want Tate. I want Wiseman. I want Porter Jr. That to Aaron Fox dunk though that's in here is a sweet. It's such a fast play. I love that kind of basketball. So I think that'll be a cool moment to get. But I think value wise, I'm after. I'd love a rook in here.
Yeah, I'd be down.
So just so right before you open, I actually pulled kind of the market for the Series 2 MGLEs. So of the new ones that came, none of them, the top one is 19th overall in terms of value, and it's the Wiseman at 450. The next best.
Not to burst your bubble or anything.
If anybody gets the number 87 MGLE for Wiseman, I need to get it, because then I should pack it up. I should sell them in tandem.
I'm gonna pair.
The other ones of note are, you've mentioned Michael Porter Jr. Now, granted, these prices are from like right before we started. 305. Him and Killian Hayes, those are the next best. Jaylen Brown is 300. RJ Barrett 285. Jason Tate 270. De'Aaron Fox 266. So like that's the top. That's like the top of the barrel basically here. So without further ado.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
crack it.
First premium pack. I'm gonna remember this.
Remember that the blue is under MGLE.
Yeah, thanks. How's the volume? Is that awful or that's fine? I can mute it. But
All right.
Okay, so here's the MGLE. Doing that one last. I'll start right below.
Patty Mills.
Patty Mills.
G'day.
We don't need
Not
to
a
watch
bad-
the moments
not a
unless you
bad
want
number.
to.
I like anything 4 digits. I'm happy.
Ooh, 3-digit. I
Three
love
digits,
that.
first digit. Okay.
Chris Middleton.
Here comes.
886 is my favorite number. That's awesome.
I want all playoff teams, so I'm happy to see get any buck. That's great.
Oh, this hits, dude.
Yeah. Is it another Patty Mills? No. Hey, all right.
Little rook.
All right.
These are vibes. I love it. I don't know that guy.
Another debut.
Never heard that dude before.
Little Top Shot debut.
I like the debuts. This is my favorite badge. Seeing that makes me happy.
We need T-Pain in here. Do some like
Yeah,
badge.
T-Pain would be dope.
Okay.
Oh, you got another
How do
one.
you guys? How do you pronounce this guy's name? I've never heard it before.
I've never heard of that.
KZ.
KZ or
It's not a
Kiz?
miss. It's not a
I
miss.
thought it was KZ.
All right.
Watch
Moment
that
of truth.
Vassal. It's a 6 slam.
This is a 6 slam?
The Vassal is a 6 slam.
Vassal. Okay, I'll check it out after.
Okay, yeah, smart man.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go. Cleveland.
Sexton.
78.
That's a good one.
That's a good number. Jared Allen. Oh, I'm not going to complain about that. 2 digits.
I love Jared Allen.
He says,
now.
"Not today.
Oh.
Today ain't your day.
Oh,
Not a
that's a terrific block. I haven't seen this one yet.
On Jay Sean Tate, too.
day ain't your day."
Awesome.
Wow.
That slaps.
Jared Allen, criminally underrated player in general.
All right.
Just in general. Very good player.
All right. Here we go. We are rating packs. Chugs for Mr.
Oof,
Snipe.
Okay, so we've got
Want me to
I
show it
guess
again?
this,
Sorry.
yeah, show it again if
Yeah,
you don't
yeah,
mind. It'll be easier to check. So we got
I think I have to add it back.
I got to
got-
share it. I turned it off. I got to share it again.
God damn,
We got-
that beat slaps though, guys. I'm in on that. All right, here we go. So we
Jared
got
Allen.
so
Oh,
a couple like Top Shot debuts,
Mhm.
couple like a handful of 35,000s, and then that 499 2-digit.
okay.
Don't
I
forget, number 886 on the middle.
so I must have missed him on the order. So Jared Allen, the gold that I saw is over 400. So he's like one of the top valued ones of
Really?
the newer ones. Yeah, it looks like. I think I kind of glazed over him because he's already been sold like 200 plus times, and I was figuring like, the new ones haven't really been traded much. Anyway, I like Jared Allen. You got 2 debuts, a rookie, otherwise fairly anonymous guys. I'm gonna, considering what the contents could have been, like in terms of peak contents, I think this is a solid like 7-8.
7.8. I like that.
Yeah.
Taylor.
I don't think you're going to get the gifted moment from Caruso's missing hair because I think this is pretty good.
I agree.
I got to go like
Yeah.
8.5. I mean, you have
Oh,
8.5?
because five out of the 6 have something going, right? You have Top Shot debut, a 2-digit rare. You have a rookie. You've got Patty Mills,
And then the 3-digit.
Patty Mills, and then a 3-digit Chris Middleton. Like I don't know what else you could ask for how bad this could have been.
yeah. This
You might have sold me on
happy
that
with
one.
it.
I'll give it an 8-1.
8-1.
8-1. All right.
I'll give it
So
an
we're
8.1.
7-8, 8-1, 8-5.
Right.
Pretty solid.
So
Pretty solid pack.
Yeah, that's going to be 8.1-ish average. So like 24 and change. Snipes,
24.
it's been a pleasure and a privilege. Thank you for joining.
Hey, thanks.
Much appreciated. And we will talk to you soon, I'm sure.
All right.
Anything
Okay,
else to
thanks,
shill? I know
Yep.
that it looked like Jeremy added a command for adding Top Shot Snipes as a regular, but I will add your YouTube channel one more time. Where can people follow you on Twitter?
Twitter at Top Shot Snipes. Yeah, and then the YouTube channel is where I kind of put my focus. I'd love to join you guys anytime. It's been
yeah.
a pleasure, of course.
We have a big group of people. I got some feedback about the last pack crack that we had like 17 people in the stream at the same time. I was like, I just like talking to my friends, guys. So anyway, appreciate it. Thanks so much, man.
Thanks,
a great
guys.
rest of your night. Oops,
Yeah.
I cut him off early. My bad.
Someone pointed
That was-
out
I was
pretty
quick
the
on the
Jared
trigger.
Allen's.
Pretty.
Someone pointed
pretty
out that
good
the
bet.
Jared Allen's up because it's in the Luca challenge. So that's why the Jared Allen's priced.
okay.
There we go.
So
And the Luke is
Maybe
going to go
he'll-
for like two grand plus.
Maybe
all
I'll
right.
get out of it then. Yeah.
Who wants to go next? Hey, D-Mang, are you ready to rock? Can you give me a thumbs up if you're good to go with Pat Kraken next? All right, cool. We're going to bring D-Mang in. You may recognize him if you were here for the last time around. You had a booty cheeks pack, right? If I'm not mistaken. Before.
Yeah, it wasn't too great.
We're gonna turn that. We're gonna turn that.
We're
one
back.
around.
We're back.
Yeah, how you
hoping
been, man?
I'm hoping my luck turns around. I'm good. You know, you're making me feel a little better here. Hearing you strike out with all the rares and the legendary, then I feel really fortunate now to get this rare pack
You
because
should.
it's. I felt like I've had a cold streak for quite a bit, and I've only been on the platform since mid-February. So,
What's that called when you like? Is it Stockholm syndrome where you have like you love your captor? Is that
Yeah.
that the thing? Yeah, it's definitely.
is that what you're saying you have? You're saying you have that punch?
I would say I have. Yeah, I mean, I don't know enough about it to know that like, whether or not I.
But
exhibit
Jacob
the
loves me.
symptoms.
Why would
Like,
I
I'm not
leave him?
DSM
Jacob
5 in
loves
it. DSV,
Right.
DVF, DVM 5, whatever the like. Anyway, long story short, D-Mang. So you're well. You got a pack to crack.
I'm hanging in. Yep.
Let's do it. Let's just pop right into it. I'm like feeling the vibe from the last pack. I don't know how you guys felt, but that like
I like the beat.
that
I like
beat
it.
is
It was good.
It
bopping.
was better than the hollow. The hollow was a little
Yeah, a
too
lot
arresting.
better than the hollow.
Yeah.
Yes,
this one
that
was
is
much
Stockholm
better.
syndrome. So I have fallen in love with my captor. My captor is top shot,
Jacob.
even though they
Top shot.
beat me. I did get, by the way, I did get withdrawal access today. A lot of people got withdrawal access today. So I have not tried to withdraw anything yet, but now when I click withdraw, there is actually a field for me to do something with, which is great. Yes, and D-Mag, please don't.
All right.
I know that there were some people, or there was one person last time that clicked reveal all. Psycho. Psycho move.
Right.
Like,
Right.
I don't
That
know.
was
just
amazing.
Be careful with that. I think it was Josh. I forget the
So
guy's name.
It was sack exchange, dude.
Just
He
let
did
it
Yeah,
rip.
NY Jets or whatever it was. It's like, holy cow. Like it was.
with the music blasting, dude. It was
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I've been influencers always get access first.
Right.
I've been waiting forever, dude. Like I literally had withdrawal access like 8 or 9 weeks ago, and now is the first time that I've got it. Don't tell me that I had that. Anyway,
just sick of these influencers.
Actually, you know, I got withdrawal privileges too. Speaking of,
yeah, they got through a
that-
lot
that-
today, I think.
yeah. So it's finally hit. So
Awesome.
do that now.
Well, hey,
But, here we go.
Let's rock and roll, dude. I'm into it.
Let's get it.
Let's see, here we go.
This is Pittsburgh, dude. Yes, this is
Yeah,
Pittsburgh,
the little
dude.
black and gold here, so
Wow.
maybe we'll get some lucky. I don't know.
All right, here we go.
Character development.
I'm ready. Hold on. Character development. Our soap opera. All right.
All
There's a
right.
bop. Can I get a
Let's
couple
go.
bops in the chat? A little yurt bop.
Little yurt.
I gotta go with this one.
2948. Christian Wood.
Christian Wood. All
Is that
right,
the one
all right.
that's no.
No.
Sorry. Oop. That's a little Euro. Okay, I like those jerseys though.
I like that angle. I like that angle.
He's a lanky dude.
All right.
Amadou. Diallo.
Oh,
Cool. Little hanger.
cool. Yeah, look at that.
Hanging on there.
Technical?
That's a jam.
Little flavor. All right, go over here. Oh,
Ooh,
71.
73.
I like that
Okay,
71.
okay.
Wow.
Love that.
Well, for that one, up to
That's
CK,
low.
and then Dennis. I'll take it.
It's my first double digit, so I'll take it.
That's nice.
Is that the debut, Lowry, or is that a different one?
The debuts are all 12.
JC.
Shot.
SGA. Good player. Good player. It's like Phil D's favorite player.
Oh,
I didn't realize the Nets stadium, it's like they're playing in the dark other than the court itself.
Yeah, it's like
Everything else is
pitch black. All right. Oh,
Little Tony
Tony
Snell.
Snell.
I'll take the debut.
He's at the 50-50-100 club. What?
yeah, insane.
Unreal.
50-50-100?
He's literally
How
100%.
many free throws?
throw.
Yeah, how many is
It's
he
a lot.
taking? Like 12?
No, it's like not an insignificant number.
I'm gonna go look him up. Alright, what we got here?
Oh, triple four.
4.
Oh,
Kendrick
Nine.
Nunn.
I like the nine. All right.
All right.
I like
That's
that.
right.
Triple fours.
He says,
4.
get some. Have some of this. Left hand slam.
That's where you listed
Have some of that,
for
Spida. You can't handle this.
$4,444.
You can't handle the truth.
Nice.
Love that. All right,
Oh, yeah.
let's pop back to. Okay, so take a little review. You can turn the music off if you would, and talk through this. And then after this pack, we're gonna bring the next person on. After we do this, I'm solo dadding right now. My wife is off on a trip somewhere. I just checked my baby monitor, and my 4-year-old is out of bed. Don't know where she is. I'm gonna have to go find her after this. So we'll find out. Maybe she's like hanging out. I'm in the basement, obviously. Maybe she's like hanging out at the door.
It's the snacks. Went straight for the food.
That nun, that
my.
nun is nice though. That nun is nice. All right, so Taylor, you go first this time around. What are we thinking?
I'm going with a 7. I don't think it was quite
7
the last
flat.
one.
That's a rookie score.
Yeah. Did you say the rookie score?
That's
Tony
a
Snell,
rookie
by the way, I was on the Tony Snell train, 50-5700. He's only shot 12 free throws this year. So
I was gonna say
Maybe
NBA
pull it.
stats says 11 for 11, and he's
50-50-100. Come on.
50,
Impressive.
50. I mean, shooting 57% from threes. Hasn't even taken 100 yet, though. Steph takes 100 in like a week.
Yeah.
But anyway,
He says,
I'm
I'm still not looking for his kid. Respect the dedication. I gotta get my score
That's
first.
right.
She's
yeah.
fine.
I'm
She's not
gonna go.
priorities.
She'll survive.
I'm gonna go 7 flat as well.
No, it's fine. She's
Um,
fine. She's in her room. I can tell that she's in her room. She's fine. She's not in.
Cameras.
I have cameras. Yes. I'm all knowing.
7.
The technology exists.
So plunge. What's your score?
Plunge, what do you got?
6-3. It wasn't
6-3.
booty. It wasn't as good as the last pack. I
The
like
Lori
the
was
nun.
nice.
The Lori was nice.
Yeah.
But it's still a Lori. So like,
Easy now.
but yeah,
7-footer
no,
who
it wasn't
plays like
booty.
he's
It wasn't as
6'3".
bad as your last pack. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
I would be
Yeah.
happy with this if I got this.
I'm happy with this. I mean,
Solid.
triple fours. It's a nice number for the
Yeah, for
numerology.
sure. I like
For
that.
the numerology.
I like that a lot.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, the numerology works for sure.
Yeah.
I would list it at $4,444 and just forget about it. That's what I would do.
Look at it again in
Don't
17
care.
years. Yeah.
Or look, were you actually looking at a baby monitor, or were you looking up the wife on Find My iPhone? I know where she is. I'm not worried.
Tough crowd.
Anyway, so and Chugs, what was your score?
I gave it a 7 flat with Taylor as well because
7 flat.
the last one I gave a 7.8. I think this one was definitely not as good as that first one,
No.
but not a major. It wasn't like a dumpster fire pack or anything.
Could have been a dumpster fire. It really could have.
Could have.
Yeah.
You could have got like 3 30,000 Patty Mills and then like Davis Bertans as your gold or something, and then it would have been just a total disaster.
It's funny because I'm doing the Cool Cats, right? And so now I've got the Cool Cats Wood and the Cool Cats Shy, and now I've got
Right.
the comments. So we're making
There you go.
pairs. We're making pairs.
Yeah,
Cool.
there you go.
Well, hey,
Thank you
man,
for having-
man,
thank you for having me
Thank
again.
you for popping back in
Appreciate it.
again. This was awesome.
Yeah.
We will we'll let you know if you have the worst pack. I doubt it though. I don't think it's happening.
Yeah.
Even
I
if I
think
do,
the
I
worst
for,
one's
for
coming.
chiming in. All right. I cut people off too soon. I'm sorry.
Do you
Quick
really
draw
have
over
to?
here.
Do you really have
Yeah,
to
I really
step
do.
off for a
So
second?
I'm gonna bring in Eric first. Eric, can you give me a thumbs up if you're good to go right now? To chat it up. All right, Eric, I'm gonna make you pull you in. Thank you for coming on.
What up?
I'm gonna step away for 2 minutes, and I'm gonna go make sure my child hasn't done something ridiculous. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. And then I think I'm the only one that has control of being able to put your stream on theirs, and I do want to be there when you crack the pack. So we'll hop back in when I go make sure my child hasn't done something crazy. So I'll be right back, guys.
Thanks for having
There
me.
we go.
Dude, what's
What's
going
up,
on?
Eric? Is this your first non like base pack, or have you hit on any of the other premium packs?
No, I got an MGLE pack a while back. I actually pulled an AD, which was nice. I've been holding that.
Oh, sweet.
Got a couple Cool Cats packs. I was on a heater for a while, and then I got cold.
Well,
so this is
heat's
nice,
back
nice
on.
to get this one.
Now you're back on track. What are you looking
Yeah.
for? What do you have any circled as far as what you want to get?
Wiseman would be nice. I'm a fan of Isaac Okoro. I really love of the moments I've watched. I love the Bledsoe moment, the behind the backboard shot. It's really sweet. So
I haven't seen that yet.
No, that's a nice one. That's probably my favorite of all the MGLE moments.
So Isaac Okoro, an Auburn guy, like Southern. He's more of a Southern dude. What's your? Are you a fan more because of the team he's on in the NBA, or does it go back further than that?
No, I don't have like a big connection to him. I like him for Top Shot. Honestly, I like him as like a. Nice. I've been really hype on the rookies, like the good outlook rookies, because I'm trying to build a good portfolio and get some rookies, and hopefully one of them hits. Because if you get a rookie first moment or a rookie with a low mitt and one of them hits down the road in a few years, that's going to be worth a lot of money.
Massive. Yeah. That's cool. Nice. I like that you've kind of found though a guy that isn't really like the herd. Like you're like, for instance, I think Isaac Okoro is a great player. I'm from the South, watched SEC sports, for the last decade basically, and he was awesome at Auburn. And so you hope that it translates to the league. He's clearly shown flashes of being a pretty awesome player. So it's cool that you've kind of found somebody that isn't the one everyone else is kind of piling into.
Yeah, I mean, I've aped into Emmanuel Quickly. That was honestly when I signed up for Top Shot. That was the first player I looked for. Was Emmanuel Quickly.
Really?
Because I like him, and I think he's got a good future, and I'd love to see him do well. I was waiting for that price to come down, and when it finally hit a level I was ready for, I aped in, and I was happy. And we'll see if I might buy a few more. I've been waiting on a nice cereal. See if a nice cereal pops up for him, but.
Because they're down to what, like 240, 250 now for Quickly?
Last I checked, I haven't checked in the last day or so, but the last I checked, it was low 200s.
Oh, wow.
If it hits below 200, yeah, I'll buy another one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was like every year
one of those. Go ahead, Taylor.
Oh, I was just going to say every year there's rookies that are like not necessarily in Rookie of the Year talks. They're rookie season that end up being great NBA players, right? So I feel like there's a lot of guys that are not tier one rookies that have potential, and it's a huge jump, right, to invest in a LaMelo or some of these other guys. But there's definitely going to be some guys that are a bit of sleepers that maybe just had a slower rookie year. They're 19, and so I think that's a good strategy too.
Yeah, Quickly. What I was going to say with Quickly was like he had a lot of hype coming on from Top Shot because he was one of the late. He wasn't part of that first batch of rookies, right? And so everybody was like, "Who's the best one who hasn't shown up yet?" And he was clearly like on by any court measure, and then he was on a big market team and all that. He was by far the most buzzworthy guy to pick up. So I don't blame many people for jumping on that train. But like you said, if the level gets to where it's like, look, if I could get a guy for like 190 and it's a moonshot basically or something, you have some sex in your shirt. Very nice. There's been several comments about your shirt, by the way. Who is it? If is it anybody in particular?
You don't recognize who this is?
That's Mans.
That's the Mans.
Oh, okay.
That's the Mans.
My bad. I didn't.
These are brand new shirts. These just came out a couple weeks ago. So
very fresh. Very fresh.
Yeah, he and Trey Kirby were talking about doing a T-shirt swap on the Twitch stream earlier, which I thought was great.
Jersey swap.
Yeah, and they started talking about bachelor party stories and like swapping T-shirts in the bar, and it was pretty funny. But yeah, so I went into my daughter's bedroom, nowhere to be found. So I started searching around. She was hiding under our bed. She like
Terrifying.
she wanted. Yeah.
Was she talking to anybody?
Nope.
Sounds like a horror movie.
Yeah, I mean, it
Pretty sure
definitely
it's
was. Like I walked
The Conjuring 4.
in, a couple of her stuffed animals were in our bed, and all of the pillows were off of our bed, and like it was set up like maybe she was gonna sleep in our bed. And then I come in, I was like, Noella, where are you? She like pops out from under the bed. She's like, I wanted to sleep in here tonight. I'm like, go for it. I don't care. You're good. I don't care. It's the plunge father mantra today is I don't care. Go ahead. Let's crack this pack, Eric. I'm sorry I didn't get to talk to you for a couple minutes, but let's get the show rolling. All right. So if you can share your screen and make sure to click the little share audio check mark when you do in the bottom left corner of that screen that you get. Home Alone, Lost in the Plungin'. Oh man, too good. All right, I see you. I think you need to go ahead and like stop sharing and then reshare and make sure that little check mark is selected. Assuming that you want to share the audio.
Let me try again. I've done this before, but
I always miss it.
Where is this checkbox?
So usually says like window or tab, and then you select it, and then it shows up at the printer.
All right.
Not seeing it.
If not, no worries. We don't have to do it. I can just
All
like
right.
act like I'm seeing it.
All right.
All right, we'll do this. And if it doesn't have audio, then I'll just like I'll beatbox over it.
All right. I apologize. I've done this before, and I know
it's
it's
fine.
worked. I don't know why it's not working this time.
It's good, man. We'll keep going.
So you want to hit reveal all, right?
Oh man, that gives me anxiety, dude. Like I don't know if I can do that. Okay.
All right, bam.
Oh,
Bam. Love that.
4-digit.
I love bam.
Love this.
If you look at my collection, I've got like probably 5 or 6 BAMs right now.
Do you?
Dude.
That's nice.
One more.
Jamal.
All right, Aaron Gordon.
The new moment.
New Aaron Gordon.
I'm a Warriors fan, so
Let's go.
well, that's Nuggets.
Okay.
But I like Aaron Gordon.
There we go.
PJ.
PJ.
Oh, boy.
Player. Get it.
Get
It's
it.
a nice shot.
Get it. His hair looks so different this year than it did last year. Oh, Brandon Ingram. He's a nice player, dude. When I saw them last week, he's very good. I didn't realize that.
Very good.
He's on. He's very good.
Yeah.
That's a nice move he made.
Yeah.
He dropped that guy.
He's got like he's like a poor man's Kevin Durant type. Like just that lanky, like smooth score.
Got him.
Is this Gordon Hayward?
Got him.
Look at that flow.
That guy needs to go to the beach, man. That dude, he wears sunscreen in the fall, man. What's going on here?
Goober Hayward. All right.
Here we go.
Big money, no whammies.
Never
75.
We like 75.
75.
We like number 75.
That's a low. We got a double-digit serial again.
Love that.
Very nice.
Okay.
Very nice.
Might have saved the day a little bit.
Yeah, the double-digit gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, where are we at? I think I go first on this one, right?
Sure. Go for it.
MGLE gave it a nice little bump. Before that, it's kind of booty. I did like the lower serial one you got earlier, though. 5.6. Give it a 5.6. Could have been better. Could have been way worse, though.
Yeah.
Taylor?
I'm going 5.8. Yeah, it was pretty I thought you had this one in the bag as far as getting the giveaway until that last rare kind of pulled you into like the awkward. It's like you're in the 11 spot in the West where you're like getting a bad lottery pick but not making the playoffs.
Yeah. So Plunge, you gave it a 5.3. You were 5.8. I'm gonna give it
5.6.
A 5.6. I'm gonna give it a 6.1. It's definitely. I mean, it's definitely the weakest one so far. But I think the double digit. You get a double digit gold. You get at least a 6. So I'm giving it a 6.
Oh man. All right. So. Well, hey Eric, thank you so much for hopping on and showing it for us. Love the man shirt. I'm gonna have to get one myself. But yeah, thanks so much for coming through, and we'll be talking to you soon.
All right.
All right, man. Have a good night.
And that's 17.5. So that's the low right now.
Did he say anything super interesting while I was making sure that my child wasn't like being possessed by the devil?
He was talking about he's invested in some rookies that aren't like
nice.
LaMelo, Edwards, trying to spread it around and kind of hope one of them pops off, get a good serial. So we were talking about that a little bit.
Okay.
He likes Isaac Okoro. That's his guy.
Okay.
Of the rookies, which I kind of commended him for like identifying somebody that wasn't, like obvious, right? So
was it like like you were commending like pat on the back kind of thing, or was like a
Well, at first I just thought it was very random because Okoro, like, I mean, he's the only person in the world I think who would ever be like, yeah, I'm really like zeroed in on Isaac Okoro. He was awesome at Auburn, and I was just telling him about how like watching SEC sports where I'm from, like I knew who he was well before he was in the league, so that was really about it. But who we got next?
We got the Badlands up next. How we doing, my guy?
Hey, doing well. Thanks for having me. Super excited.
Is that your child over your right shoulder?
Yes.
Okay. Is she possessed tonight as well?
No, she's awesome.
I'm just kidding.
She's
hashtag girl dad, man. Hashtag girl dad.
Exactly.
We have. I mentioned this on the Monday stream. We have our first soccer practice. She's going to be in kindergarten in the fall. We have our first soccer practice this Saturday, and I'm like very interested to see how it goes.
That's awesome. Yeah,
cool, man. So
2-year-old. So
say again.
I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old.
My son will be 2 next month, and my daughter will be 5 in July. So I am in the exact same boat. It's funny how many of us there are in Top Shot.
Yeah.
I think Greg's in the exact same boat. Chugs has like very similarly aged children. Yeah. So hashtag girl dad. Love that shit. Cool, man. You ready to pop
definitely.
Pop a pack?
Pop a pack?
Yep.
Yeah, so I think I'm not sure if there was just something weird with Eric's setup, but I think when you click share screen along the bottom, there should be a like whether you select like window or application
tab or whatever.
Generally, there's like there's a little check mark that shows up in the bottom left that says share audio. I don't think you got it.
I didn't get it. Great, I can fix that. That's no problem.
Usually, I can see it when it pops
up. I see it.
Yep, there you go.
Okay.
There we go. All right, man. So who are you hoping for? Do you have anybody in mind? Do you have like, hey, I'm going to be really happy if it's this or not?
I'm a Hornets fan. So I'll take any Hornets. So I'll make a really extreme call because there's like a 0% chance of this happening. But there are 5 of the 3 badge LaMelos in these 17,000 packs.
Okay.
So you're hoping that.
Yeah. All right. That's the $2,000 lottery ticket on this one.
Exactly.
Here we go.
Love that.
That's what we're calling it. But yeah, no, I'm just happy to get a pack. This is my first rare. So yeah. All right, let's do this.
Let's do it. I'm okay.
Do we have any? Is my audio coming through?
It will once you click open.
Real quick to Mike Rozier, I believe he was a reward MGLE, not like a normal one. But there's an MGLE.
All right. Let's get lit.
4-digit.
Oh, nice. All right, starting off with a badge. I'll take
Daniel Gafford. Never heard of that guy.
Not even either.
He dunked on the Warriors. He was dunking all over the Warriors last night. That's for sure.
All right. Okay. Pat
Bev. I like Pat Bev.
Pat Bev's
he's a good player.
He's kind of a jerk though. Ooh, 2,500, nice round number.
Awesome.
That's a good number.
That's nice. This is actually, I think there's only, I'll have to check in a minute. I think there's just a handful of these in here as well.
Yeah, it's not very many.
So that's good.
That's a good one.
That's good.
3-badge rookie. Domantas Sabonis.
All right.
Got an all-star. All right.
Who we got?
Suns.
Nice. Okay.
Cal Bridges.
Michael Bridges.
Can't lose no matter what this is at this point.
Here we go.
Oh.
34.
Kobe White.
I'll take that.
What is he
Let's
doing?
watch this
What's
moment.
Kobe White doing? Kobe White's a bucket. He might not know how to play basketball, actually, but he can score.
Nice.
Seriously.
Wait,
What did you just say? What does that
He
mean?
might not actually know how to play basketball, but he can score.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me. Kobe was decent tonight.
You know what the best thing about Kobe White? I was talking with Trey Kirby from No Dunks. This was like back and forth during Grizzlies Bulls like week or two back. DMing him, and I'm like, so Kobe White, is he like good at basketball? And he's pretty good, but like if two people come near him, he like forgets how to like dribble. I was like, oh, okay, pretty much what I expected.
Oh man,
So
He was fun to watch in UNC though, for sure.
yeah, he was.
there were 20 of those Peyton Pritchard
Yeah.
in all the 17,000
Hey.
packs. So close.
Not quite.
I mean,
Almost
you got a
that.
triple
Almost
badge
a
rookie.
LaMelo, but
That's one of the best non-gold. I mean, that's one of the best base pulls you could get.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm thrilled
So
with
that's
it.
awesome. Very
So
good.
happy with it.
So scores, fellas.
Yeah, so scores. I think Chugs, you're first this time around. We've gone
All
around
right.
the horn.
I'm gonna go. You got a triple badge.
That's
Rook.
nice.
Other than that, it was relatively pedestrian.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it for the triple badge rook though. I'm gonna give it a good like 7-3.
wow,
Yep.
Yeah,
it's Peyton
That's me.
Pritchard.
I know, but it's still a triple badge rookie. I mean,
How much is that Pritchard
Yeah.
going for right now?
Like 89's the lowest, it said?
yeah, something like that.
We're gonna have to write an article on your grading here, Chugs. I'm not
I
following.
know. Taylor,
It's a triple badge rookie. That's it.
3 is a
I'm
win.
a,
Three badges win.
I'm going with a 5-8. I think it was the triple badge is nice.
I like that.
It could have been. You were so close to getting a LaMelo. I feel like if getting that lucky,
Yeah, so the
but the rest
expectations
kind of
up.
left the rest left a little bit to be desired.
Yeah,
Fun to
considering
look
so Taylor, you're giving Chug shit for his scoring. You've had in 4 scores, you've had a total of 3 different numbers. You had
Yeah.
8.5,
I ran it back.
5.8, 5.8. So you've only
Yeah.
used 5, 8, and 7. So just, keep that in mind.
The actual number.
Yeah, there's
the
actually
numerology.
there's
Rubber
8.5 or
stamper.
5.8.
I don't think he's really putting much thought into this.
No, he's not.
really.
He's not. He's clearly not
Just
here. He's not
mailing it in.
present.
Just mailing it
He's
in.
mailing it in. I'm gonna give it. I think that Kobe White is booty boo boo. And I think Peyton Pritchard might not be in the league in 2 years. I hate to do this to you, but I think that was like a 4.8.
Hey,
I
that's
know it was a
fine.
3-badge.
Oh man!
I think it was like, I don't see because like, no, it's not a 4.8 though. 5.2.
Wait.
It's a
It's a
5.2.
tough one.
5-2.
It's a
2
5.2.
badges, a triple badge. I like Kobe White, but yeah, it's his second year in the
I
league.
just don't. I don't know
He
why.
was
I don't know
hot last
why. And that's a bias thing. I need to deal with that. That's a me problem, not a problem. So
So
Hey.
you're not the worst pack though.
I'm gonna give it a
Just
5-2.
FYI with
Oh,
that.
that's good. No, I
You're not
figured.
the
I'm pretty
worst.
happy with it.
Chugs, what was your score on that one?
I gave it a 7-3, man. It's the second best. It's the second best pulse for me because it's got a triple badge.
Yeah.
Kobe White for
Where
me.
there was only well, how many did you say? 100 or not even?
20.
20.
20.
Not many at all.
Yeah, like that's a crazy pull.
Pritchard will be starting in 2 years. Most players that don't make it in the first year or two don't play. Anyway, Warren, get out of here. Badlands,
That'd be fine.
thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
man.
you.
I really appreciate you staying up late and partying with us and sticking around. This has been a lot of fun. I have to live vicariously through everybody here because I feel bad
Yeah.
giving you a bad score because it's like you everything is better than me, right? At this
No,
point.
man. I loved it. I was living vicariously on the last drop, so I appreciate it.
There you go.
Hey, have a great rest of your night. Hashtag
you.
girl
Thank
dad.
y'all.
Love that stuff. Have a good one, man. All right. Who in the private chat wants to go next? Hit me up. We've got a handful of people in that left. We've got Ludog Sports. We got RMS, Tutu, Uwo, Mugave, and Lindy Hall.
RMS is ready.
RMS looks like you're ready, my guy. So let's bring you on. How are you?
Good.
Awesome. You ready to crack this pack or what?
I am, yeah.
I'm excited for something other than a Kobe White. I felt really bad pooping on that one, but like Kobe White is boo-boo at basketball.
It's because of what I said.
No, I know. I feel that way too. I don't like. I don't know. I know that all the MGLEs in this one are a little suspect in general, but
yeah, same as with the hollow drop too.
Say again?
The hollow drop had a bunch of subpar MGLEs.
Yeah,
that is true. That is true. All right, man. Hey, think if we share your screen just like everybody else, what are you hoping for with this pack? Is there what teams do you root for? What are you really Joneses for? If you could pick a pack other than like a perfect cereal.
Wisconsin guy, so I like the Bucks, but the two options out there aren't the greatest. I did get a hollow pack.
Big ragu.
Yeah, and what is it? Middleton is the other one. So
yeah, Middleton.
I've been pretty lucky on the packs lately. But any rookie. Williams is pretty up there right now, being in the challenge. Jaylen Brown, the Fox finish is pretty nice too.
Yeah, the finish is he flushes that. Yeah, that's a big boy moment.
Yeah, for sure.
Come in. Where in Wisconsin are you from?
Waukesha.
Okay, cool. So, I lived outside Madison.
Yeah, just outside of Milwaukee here.
Cool.
All right. Share screen, and then there's some button I need to hit, right?
Bottom left, typically, once you select which screen you want to share, it shows up and says, do you want to share audio? And then you click that.
All right. Share screen. We good?
Let me check. It looks like it. Let's do this.
Here we go.
Baller status, real high. Love that. 525, man. Big baller.
Well,
big baller, baby.
I've run 5 for 5 in the last 5 rare and legendary drops, so just kidding. Pure luck here.
Nah, wait, seriously? You went 5 for 5?
4-leaf clover over here.
Yeah, so I joined with Cool Cats 2, and then I hit the last MGLE and the All Stars, Rising Stars, the last legendary, and this one.
Wow.
He does not miss.
Lots of cold.
He's the Tony Snell of pack drops right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's unreal.
Right, let's see what we got.
What?
Let's see what we get.
You gotta hit the little yeah, there you go. I gotta get the bop at least. 5 for 5? This is sus. Yeah, Snooze. You're right. Sus.
Sus.
All right, let's go.
Break.
A triple dig.
Oh, Kempe is more.
Triple dig, top shot debut. That's good. Danny Green 3. Pascal. SPA. It's
I'm my favorite number. I like that.
Cam Reddish, also another player I do not think knows how to play basketball, but
we're gonna need the official list pretty soon.
Yeah, I know. Like it's the Chugs and Bugs, like
starting 5 of guys that know how to play basketball.
It's that Ringer. Well, it's that Ringer article where it's like, "Are we sure?" ... So and so knows how to play basketball. Like, sure, he's 6'7" and like can dunk it and stuff, but like, are we sure? Actually, who?
Oh man, I love that. Okay, by the way, the chat all over this one.
I've seen 39, 7-1,
3 8, 6 6 2 7 1.
2 decimal places.
It's everywhere.
2 decimal places is a bold strategy, Cotton.
Who's first on this one?
Yeah, Murda, that's the point. That's the whole point of the pack cracking stream, is to bring people on and rip their pack, because I can't get
that was
one.
the point. That was the point. That was the point.
All right. What would you, before we go any further, RMS, what would you self-rate your pack?
like 5'2", maybe even lower, like 4'6". It wasn't very good.
Ooh,
He's not feeling the mojo.
Not feeling it. Not feeling it. Taylor Stein, what do you got?
You're making this hard because I have to pick numbers I didn't use before. I'm gonna go.
What are you gonna pick? You're gonna go 5 8 again?
No, I'm gonna do 4-9. I don't know. Didn't really do it for me. The Kent Bazemore Top Shot debut low serial is pretty cool. And if anyone, my favorite Kent Bazemore highlight that we may have to roll the tape later is when Blake Griffin bricks a corner 3. Kent Bazemore holds the entire bench back celebrating against the Warriors. You got to pull it up at some point. It's great. But we'll overall, 4-9.
Right. Everyone's saying how Cam is in the Luka challenge, but all these MGLEs will be in a challenge at some point.
Right.
So they'll all get, whether it's inflated today or a month from now, they'll all jump in value when they're in the challenge. Right.
They're all going to get that moment. I'm kind of Taylor. You were a 4-9. I'm just writing it down.
Yes, sir.
I think this was the weakest spread that we've gotten so far. So I'm going to give it based on what I've been saying. I'm going to go 5-5.
Okay. So 4-9 from Taylor, 5-5 from Chugs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 4-2-0, 420 on that one.
Add the 0. Don't forget the 0.
I can't forget the 0 on that one. I'm happy you got a pack. That was 5 for 5, man. I wish many pack lucks in the future. Just keep out there, keep grinding, just keep taking them from all of us true collectors out here.
From buying up on the marketplace for real. Yeah.
No, but I really appreciate you hopping on, man. And we'll if you get another one in the future, we'll do this again, and we'll continue to do pack cracking streams because it gets people going. It gets me going, and I'm all about it. And I like sharing with the community and talking to people that like doing this because this is my favorite part of Top Shot. So
I appreciate it.
Keep doing that. Thank you so much for joining us, and we're gonna keep on rolling. All righty, thanks so much,
man.
All right,
that was the worst.
That was by far worst.
That was the worst pack so far.
Unfortunately, I feel bad.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad for him though. Like if he was like, "Hey, this is my first pack ever," I'd be like, "Oh."
You should have said, "Guess what, guy? I don't care." I don't care.
Put it on a shirt.
Put it on a shirt.
I do think it is truly toxic though to have a pack punitive vibe. We're supposed to celebrate pack luck.
No, yeah, I mean pack luck in general. I mean but
that is pretty fucking ridiculous.
That's pretty good though. Like the chance of that happening is very, very low.
Premium packs.
That's very low.
That's insane.
Like just getting both legendaries is like insanely low odds. Because like the first one was like not even.
Well, you glitched in. You didn't even.
Oh, I wonder if he glitched in. Could be.
You joined it after, I think.
You glitched in, Taylor?
I did. I went on mobile. Me and my buddies were on the phone. We're like, all right, waiting in the queue. And I'm like, wait, I have a buy button.
That's how you got the jersey,
click it?
Right?
Yeah. And they're like, should I click it? And they're like, yeah, click it. And I just clicked it and checked out. I was looking at my Drew Holiday before anyone even got a pack.
Glitched into it. I think Snooze said, Snooze said that he did the other day too. All right. We are going to bring on Ludog. You ready to go? He's nodding his head yes. I don't know if anybody else saw the.
Hey, look at this guy!
I got it.
He's got the right threads on.
You recognize Ludog because he was on Overzet stream at some point, and I don't know what
the man's episode.
It was the man's episode with the man's coin, right?
Yeah.
And you were electric, man. There was a hammock at some point. Is that?
Yeah, I actually took the hammock down. I'm moving this weekend, so I'm like packing everything up. So hammock's down, but I brought the hat out because I saw the bucket hat. Figured I'd match you.
Hell yeah, man!
Rest in peace, the hammock life. Everybody, sweet.
Yeah, putting it outside. No more indoor hammock for me.
I love that.
Moving up.
The weather's getting nicer,
Yeah, it makes it better anyways.
Where are you from?
I'm in Denver, but I'm originally from like Boston area.
Okay.
So I'm hoping for like a Jaylen Brown in this one. That'd be nice. I don't have any of him.
Okay.
And then or like a Facundo Campazzo.
I love Facundo.
Yeah,
that'd be a fun one.
Give that a 10.
Fuck like that guy from that double overtime Grizz game. Fuck that guy.
Oh yeah.
He should have fouled out. Instead, they.
Is that what the clip is from? I didn't see the date on it. Is it relatively
Mike,
new?
I totally agree with you.
Nah.
Yeah. Imagine not knowing Lou Dog is in Denver. Everybody knows you.
I see the skis in the background. I mean,
oh yeah, I got
Good giveaway.
That ski season's over too now, though. All right, so let me see.
Lou is a legend. Legend
share
of
this
Lou.
out.
All right, man. I to be quite honest, I did not connect your Twitter name with like Lou Dog, like the Lou Dog. And I was like, when I saw you pop into the green room, I was like, oh, it's Lou. Like,
yeah,
I know Lou.
it's from like Sublime. Their Lou Dog stuff. So people have been calling me that for a little while. Let me see if I share this up. You guys see my screen?
I can. Yeah. And we got the audio ready to rock and roll, man.
All right.
Let's do it. Let's get it.
Let's hope I get a good one.
Lou Dog is a vibe, Peralta. I agree 100%. Kuzma's 69 prediction in the chat. I love that.
That'd be dope. Wait, that's this one, isn't it?
Wow.
So,
10 of 10 already.
Great. Rookie.
I do like so.
Okay.
Oh, we get a double badger?
How do I get these?
Lonnie Walker's actually really good.
Is he a bucket, Chugs?
Oh wow.
He's not a bucket. He's a hooper. He knows how to play. He can dribble, pass, and shoot.
That is a pretty cool play. All right, let's see. Another rookie. This is the game winner, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Is it? He was a rookie last year, though, right?
No, he's a rookie.
No, he's a rookie now.
Yeah, it's got the.
This is a solid poster.
Right.
You're getting Spurs, man. You're just getting freaking Spurs
back.
2 Spurs already.
Deontay Murray also can hoop.
That was a nice shot.
3 Spurs.
Oh, man. Get buckets.
3 Spurs.
Get buckets.
Oh, yeah, 3 Spurs. Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
That's how many digits like I'm Kyle Lowry. No, that's not fair.
Maybe you can sell that one to Phil D for a big premium.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thick pack. I agree with that.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Big money already.
Another Spurs.
Of course.
He gave you all the Spurs, man.
Oh, I saw his jersey number and I was like, oh, is this the number 1? No.
Why is he dunking?
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't dunk it.
He was called it, I think. All right, let's get some scores in the chat.
Man,
who's up next?
I think this was all Spurs.
I love the thematic pack, though. I love that. I think that gives it a little extra X factor.
Never seen one like that.
That's a lot of Spurs.
4?
4 out of 6, right?
Spurs, 3 guys, right?
Spurs.
Yeah, Spurs packs. I think it's me first. Off the cuff. What have I gone already? 6-4.
6-4. Taylor?
I'm going 6 flat. Very fundamental Spurs pack right there.
Yeah.
But you got a couple rookies and a lot of badges going around.
Yeah, you got some rookies. It's funny.
Are you sure Cole Anthony's a rookie? I didn't see a rookie badge on this moment.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah,
that's a double.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cole Anthony could be something. It's a game winner. That's cool.
Okay, he is, Mike. I trust you.
You got a bunch. The funny thing, and I don't know how much this really translates with value, but like you got all players that like don't suck. Like none of those guys suck.
They're all like double digit.
It doesn't suck.
Like what I mean is like these aren't guys that are going to be like these aren't guys that are going to be like out of the league in like 2 years. Is what I'm getting at.
I mean, it's possible that they will be.
I don't think any of those guys, except for Lowry, if he retires, like I don't think any of those guys are going to be gone in a couple of years.
It wasn't Kobe White. You're right.
That said, though, it wasn't like a total banger. I'm going to give it like a 6-2.
All right. That was pretty close spread. That was the closest spread that we've had.
Yeah, we're all about the same. 18.6 total. It's not the worst pack. It's definitely not the best one, but it's not the worst one.
Lou Dog,
Spurs basketball.
joining us. Much appreciated, man. We're going to keep it rolling, and we'll see you around. All right, man?
All right. Thanks for having me on.
Peace easy.
See ya.
All right. We are down to the final two left. Mugabe, you are ready. Let's do it. So we got Mugabe coming on, and he's audio only. But then we're going to finish it up with Lindy Hollick. And if you don't know Lindy Hollick, you should.
I know Lindy.
Because he's awesome. and he once we get to him, Lindy's got a giveaway for us, and we're gonna have a little conversation with Lindy, and then if we have some time and people have interest, we will bring on Map Master and do the Topps pack drop there with the premium pack. But before we do that, Mugabe, how are you, my guy?
Yo, how's
Welcome.
it going?
You were in the StreamYard at like 8:30, like ready to rock and roll, and it's only been 2 hours and 20 minutes at this point. But I appreciate you waiting. Thank you so much.
There's lots to do online,
There is lots to do. Have you found anything? Did you cop any TJ McConnells in between?
A little more shameless watching XQC gamble.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
okay.
That's all right.
Nice.
That's something to do.
Like it.
That's something to do.
Like
Yeah.
All right, man. Where are you coming from? What do you want in your pack? What's on the Texas list?
Big Celtics fan.
Okay.
Like young players, so let's see what we got.
All right, let's do this. Jaylen Brown then. Jaylen Brown is what we want.
That's it.
Maybe a Peyton Pritchard.
Little Wiseman gold, maybe. We'll see.
Gets Chugs going.
All right, here we go. All right, we only got 2 more bops left.
2 more bops. A Spur.
Our boy.
Devin is that Vassell?
Don't know him.
Another Spur. Ooh,
Oh, LaMelo.
15. Was that a
crap.
4-digit too?
15.
84.
Please, God, watch it. CST has asked 4 times now for us to watch this Devin Vassell clip. Can we watch it?
Is it good? Well, there's the gold.
Oh, you
We're
psycho!
We're pulling it.
Oh,
Look at this. Oh, he just nailed it.
I love it.
He just
love
pulled
it.
You're psycho.
That's my guy.
You're straight A psycho. Why did you wait?
Just went straight.
I'm
for it,
convinced
but he got his guy.
it wouldn't have been there if you cracked the other 2. I don't
He
know.
got
how
his
it
guy.
is. You got Chicago.
Let's
Well
go.
done, sir. Well
Way
done.
to go.
In a
Hell yeah.
loss.
Just had to
It's
go
okay,
for
though.
it.
You had to go for it. He says, I'm going in order. He says, I'm doing it. Lock him up. What are these?
Terrence Davis.
All right.
It's 327, I think, Mike. 387, something like that.
Okay.
Aaron Gordon.
All right, can we watch the Devin Vassell clip, please?
All right.
Sorry to make you.
We're gonna get in trouble if we don't watch
Let's
this.
see. Is this nasty? What we got here? Oh, that's a thunderous dunk.
Thunderous. Oh, and then
That's a good flash.
That's for you, CST.
That's
for you.
That's like the layup line dunk. There's no one.
What's
there,
the what's the
nice.
LaMelo? If you don't mind me asking, I haven't seen that. Yeah, let's see what that is. Is it anything special? No, it's not.
Am I going to be as wrong about LaMelo as I was about Zion? I feel like I am. Why do you go left hand there?
You didn't think LaMelo was going to be any good or something?
No, I thought he was just going to be it's just like a circus act.
I mean,
I'm kind of with you
it
there.
still remains to be seen, honestly.
He seems to be doing well, though. I mean, he seems to be like he holds his own against NBA players, and he has a handle. Like
he's so
not
big.
easy.
He's like 6'7".
The game doesn't look too fast. Like the game looks slow to him, and he's
which is crazy.
which is
But like,
shocking.
I think part of that has to do with like, and sorry to go off to tangent Mugabe here, but part of that I think having like seeing him as a freshman in high school and like having him be just like ubiquitously everywhere. It's hard to see someone like that and be like, oh, they're going to be an NBA player because like he's just hucking threes like a little 14-year-old kid. Like I don't know, there wasn't any. I was like, oh,
Throwing
cool.
Globetrotter passes and stuff.
Yeah, it's just kind of silly, but you know, obviously he's put in the work. So
I think he did pretty good for his expectations. There was a lot of questions coming to the league for sure.
Yeah, and Mike, Mike, you were just holding down the chat tonight, man. Just all over the place. Yeah, definite NBA skills. Passing is incredible. Rebounds well for his size. Are you a scout, Mike? I feel like you're a scout.
He's just like
he's got a lot of insight.
like us normal people. Not like you.
This is
you just started watching basketball. Like
this is true. No, and that's a totally fair criticism because that's ha plunging like NBA till I was in Top Shot, right? But now I'm watching more and I'm enjoying it more and I'm learning more.
Here are the keys: if they can dribble, if they can pass, and if they can shoot, they can play basketball. If they can dunk, that doesn't necessarily mean they know how to play basketball.
So Kobe White
can't play basketball. Cam Reddish can't.
Which one does he was he missing?
They just can't.
They just don't know like where to be. Like what to
So it's more than passing and shooting.
It's more than those
what
three.
you're saying to me.
More than those three.
Okay, cool. Good to know. Good to know.
Pretty much anybody who went to the University of Virginia like knows how to play basketball.
Yeah. How many UVA players in the NBA?
And Spurs players. Well, Joe Harris and DeAndre Hunter. That's about it.
Yeah, and Kobe went to
Cal guy.
North Carolina. Like where how many NBA players are from North Carolina?
Kobe White's just an
athlete. This UVA
Kobe White's just an athlete, dude. That's all it is.
Anyway,
that's
Mugabe. Self-reflect. What's your score on your own pack?
Geez, I don't have much experience with these high-end packs. I love the Jalen. I got LaMelo. I see a little bit of low cereal. I'll go like, I don't know, 7.
Okay. I don't know who's next. I'll go first on this one. I think this is an 8-1. I think this is an 8-1 because it matches you. You wanted Jalen, you got Jalen. And you got a LaMelo, and you got a Devin Vassell. You got a couple 2-badge rookies. You got a decent cereal on something else. You got the one player that's like on your team, and he's not a bad player. So I would give this one like just because the X factor. Like if it was anybody else, maybe I would say it's a little bit lower, but I give it a 0.5 boost. It was a 7.6 that gets upgraded to an 8-1 because you're a Celtics fan.
Took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say, I think this is the first time I'm going to rate it based on like who got the pack
Jay
and
Brown,
how they feel about it.
Do you not watch? Have you never seen Dave Portnoy? Have you never seen
7-9, 8-1,
a flat 7, a flat 8? It's a rookie score.
Aha! I was about to give it an 8. So 7-9. How's that? I just think it's for you getting the pack. This is like pretty much all you wanted. Was it Jalen, and you just spiked it halfway through? I might have to try that now. It's like not save the rare for the end because that was amazing.
Reveal all.
That was great. I think. What do you say? And you didn't get that.
Kobe White. I'm gonna give Chugs my Kobe White now.
Exactly. God doesn't know how to play. Anyway,
literally
does not know how to play. This is the highest pack score for me. The LaMelo, and then Jaylen Brown, I'd argue, is the best player who you could have pulled in this. Like I would argue he's the best player of the MGLEs that were available. On top of the fact that it's your guy, essentially. I'm going to give this an 8-2. It's the highest score that I've given so far today.
Cool.
I think that's the highest pack collectively, or pretty close to it, or
maybe
tied with Snipes. Pretty close.
Yeah, it should be.
So, hey, Mugabe, thank you so much for hanging around and sticking through it with us, and good luck with everything in the future. And hopefully you're able to collect some more Celtics moments because that Jaylen Brown's pretty dope, man.
Hell yeah. That's why I tuned in, guys. Thanks.
All right. Have a good rest of your night.
Yeah.
All right.
The last pack, huh?
He's edged. He wasn't the best. Snipes still has the best by 0.2.
Does he? I'm bad at math. Last, but certainly not least, at least on the Top Shot side of things, because I think we are going to bring on Matt Master here if we got some time. He's a staple on the Top Shot Twitter community. He is an excellent writer. He's active in Discords. He's a genuinely really good dude, and I like talking to him. So we're going to bring in Lindy Hollick to finish us off with
cheers.
A beer. Cheers.
There he is.
Cheers.
A little bit more to finish up with kind of summarizing our Top Shot talk and the final pack of the night. How are you, Mike?
I'm doing great. This is my first rare pack, so I was pretty stoked when I got the 7,000-ish range.
Nice.
So I think last time around we did this, I made everybody give me their bio and everything, and it just took a long time. So I didn't do that with everybody this time around. So apologies to everybody else that I didn't spend a long time introing and talking through. But your story is interesting, and you have a blog, or
I had a blog. I actually got rid of it.
Had a blog. You got rid of it.
I have too much going on in life. I was like, I just can't
forget
do all this.
Yeah, I feel you there. I feel it. Taylor barely can even write. And that's he gets paid to do it, right? People pay him to do it. It's crazy. But you've written a couple very, I would say, thoughtful and I don't know what the right word is, like nuanced and approachable Twitter threads and blog posts about like the dynamics in Top Shot. So I'm like, if I gave you a minute or two and said, state of the state, how are you feeling right now? Like, what are the things on your mind? What concerns you? What do you want to talk about Top Shot wise? Like before we crack your pack.
Well, here's
your box.
Okay. If you're looking to do an achievement, do the Luca. The prices are so cheap. Like I'm trying to get into the Giannis Hollow achievement right now. So I don't know if I can spread myself that thin because I have some like high moments I really don't want to sell right now because there's just not the time. The Luca, man, I'm projecting it like it's going to be worth a good penny, and it's only costing $3,900 to get in there right now. So
I think it'll be over $2,000 by the time it's done.
At the very least, I mean, the Booker right now is at $2,000.
Yep.
So
I'm with you. I think it's going to be between 2 and 3.
Yeah, I think it might be higher, but we'll see. I mean, listen, initially never because there's the fire sellers, right? But after it'll settle, I won't be surprised if it's at $3,500.
Yeah,
we'll see. You never know. People love to undercut all the time. So, but no, I'm feeling good. I've just been buying the dip over the last 6 weeks.
You've had a busy. So you finished, if I'm not mistaken, you finished the Hollow Icon Challenge.
I just did the Halliburton, and I pulled the number 8.
Wow.
Yeah,
which is a nice one. So I was pretty happy about that. So my just 30 seconds is I got in on January 7th when there were still packs to buy in this marketplace. So I put in $84. That's hence like the Twitter handle is 84 and up. I put in $84 and that's all I put in of my own money into my account. And or at least I did until last week. And then I had a friend, we were talking, he wanted to invest. So it's because of him I've been able to do the Hollow Challenge because I was able to get more capital into my account.
Yeah.
So back then when you could, my only regret is I didn't buy more packs.
Same. All of those. I mean,
I flipped. I just flipped, right? I just flipped and I bought more packs with that. But I'm like, if I put $1,000 into packs, man, it would have been just insane. So, so I've been through the ups and the downs. This one's been the longest desert of them all.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling like, I don't know. I know Taylor put out his, where are we on the decline thing the other day?
Yeah.
And I was like,
man, I think you got some shade from that.
I was like, I think the arrow's a little further down. And
a little closer to the bottom.
A little closer to the bottom. And my only reason is it's like we're getting more active. Like when there's packs, you see equity moving. And when equity is moving, things are being bought and sold. When things are being bought and sold, prices are being more sustainable, right? You need new stuff to get money moving through the marketplace. And so we're seeing that on a regular basis now. And I think this is going to be status quo. We're going to get 1 to 2 pack drops a week, pretty much. Like I got my premier pack in 15 minutes today, and I was halfway through, and I was in the middle of the line.
Yeah,
like it was fast.
They're flying.
They're flying now, right? Like, yeah, there's been some issues, but I'm like, and I mean, like, my thing is like I've been trying to be like, I think there's a way to be critical without being a jerk, right? I have an old alt account that I would even DM Roham a few times back when his DMs were open, and I was like, dude, like this is tough, but he listens a lot. Like he really listens to people. If you're not a jerk to him, like don't be a jerk. Just be good. Just be like, this is what we're feeling.
Good people.
And you need to know this and do with it what you please, right? And I think they listen. And I'm like, my big thing is it's like, so I got into digital collectibles way back in like 2015 with the top Star Wars card trader and like made a lot of money off of that. And so that's what got me into collecting. What is that? That is an old Topps app. So Topps has like Topps Bunt. They have Topps Skates or whatever, like hockey. They used to have football. They lost the rights, and now nobody can own their moments anymore or their cards anymore, which is very interesting. I got into it, but the problem was you didn't own your cards, really. Topps owned all the rights. You owned nothing. And I was like, once I heard about blockchain, I was like, that's the technology that needs to exist for digital collectibles. So that got me into card collecting. So I've been in card collecting in hockey and in basketball for the last 5 years. And then I found out about in December. I wish I acted on it in December. I found out about Top Shot. I didn't act until January. And
I love this. Mike, you are on fire tonight, man. I love you. I love you.
Yeah.
I love you every night, but
Rare in Dovel. Rare in Dovel.
Yeah.
Rare in Dovel.
You bring up an interesting point though, because I think the like preponderance of packs creates, these in theory sustainable prices. I think right now especially if you've been here since mid-February and you saw the peaks and you now ridden it down, it's like, well, crap, like that, it should be higher, right? Like, but the stability is actually not a bad thing in the grand scheme of things. So, it's interesting. So you are in the Wade's Discord with me, and I think I don't know, Chugs, Taylor, if either of you guys are in there, but there's a lot of different people in there, and there's lots of interesting conversation about like sustainability in the market and what's good, what's bad, what's, and everybody's different, right? Like everybody comes from a different space with it. And what's really interesting to me is like, even though there are a lot of folks that have really large accounts and everything, like MBL, right? MBL has like the second or third biggest account, and he's like very interested in the micro level dynamics of buying and selling and trading $7 moments, right? Or $5 moments or $3 moments or whatever those things are, even though like the vast majority of his assets and holdings are in these things that are not relatively speaking, not affected by that stuff. So, it's sort of interesting seeing lots of people talk about those things that like account value doesn't really matter. Like what matters is like your engagement in the marketplace, or engagement in the community, I should say, not in the marketplace more broadly. But we're sort of approaching, getting past 2 hours here. Lindy, so I'm on the Trae Young stack, and you joined me on the Trae Young stack, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So I have 24 Trae Young 824 movements.
Yeah.
You're going to stay on 24.
Is that intentional?
It was I got to 25 and I was planning to go to 50, but then like the Shots for Shots charity thing came up, and I was like, oh, 8-1, and then I was like, oh, it seems kind of fitting that I should stay on 24.
I'm a Trae Young fan. I have some of his rookie cards at home. I think I really like him as a player. So I have his first moment, obviously, although I bought it during the bull run in February, which was a really bad time. So that's a very long-term hold now. But I did buy that. But I am on the Trae Young here. I'm going to share my screen now, if that's okay. So I'll 1 second here. Share screen.
And then once I get your screen on, I'm going to run really quick because my second child just woke up, and I just saw my first child go into his room to comfort him. So I'm going to go do that. So once you share your screen, I'm going to do that.
Sounds good. That's not.
And then you guys keep going, and then I'll come back.
Yeah, here we go. Okay. Quickly, before you go, I just want you to, I did this yesterday just for you. Where was it? So I got 8 of the tributes, and I have
8 intentional,
and I have 24 of the 7500s. So 824.
That's awesome.
Fantastic.
I love it. I'll be right back.
All right.
I'm waiting for one of his kids to like show up in the trampoline in the background.
Right?
Just
kind of like that guy who was doing like that policy guy in England or whatever it was, where the kids are running in the room and the wife is like crawling in trying to get them out
one by one.
Yeah. For those in the chat, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give away one of these Hardens tonight, because I have a lot of them.
90. When did you pick most of those up?
I started since they dropped. I've just been slowly picking them up. So I like it. It's a great play. It's his first moment, right? As a net, and it's cheap.
Pull it up.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
Where am I here? Okay.
Is it a 15K?
No, it's a 35K. That's the other thing. It's his only like really common moment. Outside of like, you have sets like
Euro step.
Yeah. You have sets like one of the things I love about Harden is like how the ball fits in his hand. It just looks different than most basketball players. Like he holds it like it's nothing. It's really amazing.
I just like that he looks like a doughy, like somebody's uncle or something who just like showed up and is like inching just like ball. He's so unassuming in a lot of ways. But just so good with the basketball.
He can handle that ball. Like it looks like a tennis ball in his hands in a way. Like it's something. Yeah. It's something else. So so it's his first play as a net. I was kind of thinking also towards playoffs. Like I bought these with the hope to grow my portfolio eventually here, right? So I honestly think they'll be worth more than this one day. So I started buying a long time ago because I was like, who knows? I think it'll be worth more than this one day. So I'll start buying now. But you do your daily cost averaging. So you buy 1 or 2 a day and you bring your total cost down. So my total cost is not at $40. It's probably more at like 28 or 29. Which is a good place to be. So, and I'm just thinking towards the playoffs, right? So,
yeah, the playoff, like when the pod that LG did with First Mint, where you had a couple of us on talking about like what would you do with like your first $500 or whatever, and my whole thing, starting out is when right now you're like, what are the catalysts, right? What are short-term, like basically short-term catalysts? And it's like barring some massive, user influx or something, it's the playoffs.
Yeah.
And so really to me, like outside of if you're doing challenges or whatever, you should almost be laser focused on like who can make noise in the playoffs.
Playoffs and big names, right? Like
the stars and then playoffs.
I still think like Steph Curry is like totally underrated on the site.
So underrated.
Yeah. I don't get it. I mean, not only that, he's huge in Asia. He's huge. Everybody in Asia loves Steph Curry. And we're not even in much in the way of Asia markets yet. I'm like, guys, like I've got some friends who are coming together. We're probably going to invest in one of the MGLE moments because I'm just like of his series 1. Because I'm just
I think he unfortunately gets lumped in with LeBron as like the group of guys that are like absolute Hall of Famers. They are at their prime. They're just like top of the top. And I feel like he just gets lumped in there and then kind of set aside because he's not LeBron. Whereas if he was like younger, and if this was 2016 Steph Curry, Top Shot would be going absolutely nuts.
The thing is, though, he's been so excited. Like honestly, he's been more exciting to watch this year than LeBron.
Exactly.
Oh my God, he's so electric to watch nowadays because this is Steph carrying the Warriors the way like LeBron carried the Cavs in those previous years. Like Steph is literally like the reason that team isn't like bottom 3 in the NBA.
Well, I mean, what was it last week? I saw a stat that he had more threes than some teams over a week.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Like 5 different teams. Yeah.
I was like, this is insane. This is like, how is this man human?
Everyone in the building knows he's shooting, and he still has more threes than other teams.
Yeah, I want a series of Steph Curry dances.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
The shimmies.
He's got a unique way to dance.
I will say one of the Stephs. I pulled a common Steph. I'm not, like I'm gonna just sit on that and just see what happens. But the All-Star game set, which like a lot of people think is whatever, it's like a set nobody needed.
Yeah.
But of that set, I think that there's 3 moments in there that are like worth a damn. And I think it's the Steph because it's the no look, like it's an homage to the no look 3, the LeBron 3,
which is an homage to Steph Curry.
Right.
Yeah, which is like his deal.
So it's that one. It's honestly, I think it's the LeBron as well because it's LeBron on Team LeBron. Like you don't know if that'll happen again. Like who knows? I mean, odds are probably there's another Team LeBron, but you never know. And it's the first set. And then the other one to me, I think I do think the Dame like game-winning half-court shot of the All-Star game, like that has significant like cultural relevance. Other than that, it's like whatever, it's an exhibition game. But, like, those are the 3.
And with Damian Lillard, like he would be a bigger deal if he wasn't in Portland.
Yeah. Or if he got to the finals, like if he got to the finals, I think that would put him on a level that he would never like
look at the half court,
and he would never go back down.
Half freaking court.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
He's a stud, man. He's a total.
But he only does that because of Steph Curry, right? Like that's the thing.
Like Steph's the one who revolutionized the game.
He revolutionized it, right? So like for me, I have if there's anyone in the chat, actually, I'm going to put a small little challenge out there because I'm actually looking for this and I haven't been able to find one yet. If anybody can find one of the 15Ks of Steph Curry. If you can find one for me that's under $100 ever, please send me a message on Twitter or whatever, because I'm trying to buy one back. Because for me, like how I really grew my account was I bought 67 of those 15Ks just before the bull run in February, and I sold them all for $24,000.
Oh my God!
Jesus Christ!
Stacks, man.
I need to get a little.
So if someone gets that for me, if someone can, I want one back because I want to have it for like memory's sake. And so if someone can find me one, I'll send them like a $30 or $40 moment as a thank you, because I really want one just as a little kind of token. So I'm trying to get the word out.
You want to put it on, you want to have it embedded on the flat screen on the car you bought.
Much appreciated, yeah, exactly.
The $24,000. That totally makes sense.
Yeah, well, it's like I want to see. Sorry, I want to make sure. Like I want to see on the sales history that it was one of the ones I owned. Right, that was one of the ones I sold. Right, cool. Like that's what I really want, because I want to buy it back. So.
Dude, just
spend under $100 or cereal?
Under $100. Under $100.
It's
I don't care about the cereal. No. But I want one that I sold.
I got it.
Right, because I sold them. Like I was selling them as high as $650, which was just insane. But because of that, I bought a LeBron Kobe dunk.
There you go.
I have a couple, so I might have bought one from you.
That's getting me the beach house. I'm praying.
I know. Same here. That's my. I am.
Got one of those early in January.
I'm appalled that it's at 12,000 right now. I'm just appalled that it's at 12,000 right now. So I think it's an offense.
Ed's asking, educated guess, are you from San Francisco?
I am not. I am from Vancouver Island in BC, Canada. So like I'm just close to Vancouver.
Cool, man.
I'm a ferry ride to Vancouver, so Dapper Labs is not far away.
Cool.
Yeah, and I was also one of those lucky people early on. Remember, I don't know if you guys were any of you guys around for the first Cool Cats?
Yeah.
I was one of the few who got 5 packs.
Oh, I was very bitter about those folks.
I got 5 Cool Cat 1 packs, and I was so I would be like 100 people got them. I don't know. I got lucky.
Yeah, Cruiser's on. You're close to those Dapper servers. You're sniping.
Exactly right. Exactly.
It's awesome, man.
Fail out.
Well, hey, let's crack.
Know what it's like to fail a transaction? Has that ever happened?
Apparently.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, those were the days. All right,
let's crack this back.
Let's do this. Okay, there we are. All right. Okay, rookie.
Rookie.
Isaiah Stewart. All right.
Okay.
2 Badger.
Okay.
Zubac.
Higgins.
Okay. All right, what we got here?
Bojan.
Is it Bojan or Bohan or
Bohan? I think it's Bohan. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Meh.
I gotta say, this isn't a great pack, my buddy.
This is not a great pack.
No,
this is booty.
I was kind of hoping for a Patrick Williams so I can sell it for like $800 to build into my hollow. I have one Patrick Williams, but I want a second one. So
Bohan. Mike says Bohan. I trust Mike.
Bohan. Okay.
Yeah, I trust
Mike.
This is a booty ass pack. That said, Caruso's missing hair was like I don't want to give because he's the one that's going to give away a moment to
give it to the other guy.
Worst. Yeah, we're definitely not going to do that.
I do not need it.
We're not giving you shit.
I don't need it. I don't need it, guys. I do not need it.
But you would have won, just so you know.
This would have
brought it home.
Here's the thing, though. The next worst pack is RMS, who's hit on 5 straight premium packs.
No, we're not giving it to him either. No, maybe we will. We'll have to do something. Mike says I'll take the moment. We'll do something fun. But RMS, I think. Well, no, we can rank it, or we can do this, Lindy. Why don't we do this? Why don't we? So we got Nightbot. We can do some raffles. We can do some like giveaways here at the end. Mm-hmm. And then I think if we want to, like, if we vote your pack the worst, because I'm going to give that like a 2.2. I think.
Yeah.
But
I'm still EV plus. That's the key.
So if that's the case, like, and you are definitely EV plus, and you'd have to. I mean, I think you might need a couple perfect scores in order to like do some serious damage on the like. Let's say you end up lower. Chugs, Taylor, are you guys above like a 5 on that?
I gave it a 5, which is the lowest score I've given to anyone today.
Okay. Taylor, where are you at with that? 3. Okay, so Lindy, you win the worst pass, which is a bad note to end on. But I think what we can do, let's say that Caruso's missing hair. we're going to give the moment to Lindy. And I would suggest, Lindy, that we raffle it to everybody in the stream.
I'm totally okay.
That's okay with you.
Let's do it.
Let's do that.
All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to set up Nightbot. And did you already talk about?
Yeah, I told them about the harden.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. The harden stack in the Wade's Discord thing is hilarious, by the way. I think
one Wade's Discord owns like 4.5% of all the hardens.
Oh, it's a lot of them. Which is a lot. There's like people with dozens and just like a lot of them.
It was funny because people started buying them only because I was starting to buy them.
It turned into a thing.
All right, buying them, guys. I'm just sharing the information.
So what we are going to do, we're going to go ahead and make sure just for everybody on the stream, because we're going to finish-ish here after these giveaways. My kids are going nuts, so I gotta take care of that. Here's what's going to happen. The order of operations here. We are going to do 2 giveaways. The first one is going to be for whatever moment Caruso's missing hair is going to give away. And we're going to have, and the 2 giveaways are going to be both with the same keyword. The second giveaway will be your harden. And then what we're going to do after that is we're going to kind of shut it down. And Matt Master did buy a premium tops pack and he wants to crack it, but I need to be done. And I'm the only one that can control the stream. So what we're going to do, if you guys are cool with it, is we're going to raid. Matt Master's going to go live on his Twitch stream and we're going to raid the entire party over there so I can go take care of my crying children and get them to sleep. And then everybody that wants to can go into onto Matt Master's Twitch and watch him crack the tops pack and he can talk through all this stuff with that. So I think that's going to be the order of operations. We're going to run the Nightbot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a keyword into the Nightbot. I'm going to put that keyword as Lindy. So what I need everybody in the chat, if you're in YouTube, we're going to give this a minute or 2. If you're in YouTube, you cannot participate in this giveaway. You need to come over to the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/plungefather and get into the chat. So we'll give it a minute. Everybody needs to type Lindy into the chat and that will make you eligible for these 2 roles. We're going to give some folks some time to do that. Once they do that, and we get all the eligible users, we've got about 135 people between the 2 streams. So once we get up around 80 or 90, that's probably quorum for the most part. And we're at like 66 right now. So what we'll do to allow everybody to get in, we're gonna play the Plunge Father intro outro. And once that's done, for anybody that's in YouTube, you need to get over now into twitch.tv/plungefather if you want in on this. But everybody else, Lindy, Lindy is the keyword that you need to type into the chat to be eligible for this giveaway. So we'll run that video. And then once that's done, we are going to roll this once and then roll this twice and go from there.
Here comes the plunge now.
All right. So I think we're at 80 something eligible users, which is about right given the stream size. So we're going to roll this first one. Again, this is Caruso's missing hair giving Lindy the worst pack moment, who's then giving it to someone else in the stream. So Caruso's missing hair. Whoever gets this one is going to get whatever that moment was it from you. Ready? We're rolling it. Finisher has won the giveaway. FINISHR. Finisher. Go ahead and in the chat, send your Top Shot username, and we will have Caruso's missing hair send that along to you. Whatever moment, I forget what he was, if he said anything. Yeah, wow. Go ahead and type your Top Shot username so we can make sure it's the same, and Caruso's going to gift it to the right person. Hashtag rigged. I don't have that in there. Wow is your username? Wow. That's a terrible username. TS Finisher. Okay. FINISHR. Cruz is missing hair. You got that, buddy? LOL got you. All right, Lindy. This one's this next one is for you as well. I think if I roll it again, we still have. So this is for Lindy's Harden moment. All right, here we go. Ready? I like this. It's not rigged. It is Politicos 123. Very active chat member. Very active in multiple different Twitch streams. So I'm glad you won it, my guy or gal, either one. So Lindy Hollick, Politicos, can you hit me with your Top Shot username just to confirm? Is it the same that Politicos 123? Thank you, Jeremy, for adding the rigged command. Zyke, ZAICK. Lindy, did you grab that?
Say it one more time.
Yeah, I'll send it in the private chat on the StreamYard. So
I'll do that right now, so I can. But by the way, because I'm Canadian, it's Z, not Z.
Yeah, there's more people in the United States than where you live, so it's Z.
Yeah, but
hey, America's hat up there.
No, you're Canada's underwear. Okay, you're Canada's underwear.
Got some big ass britches.
So remember who won the war in the 19th century? We burned down your White House.
I guess, yeah, that did happen. You're right. All right,
I'm sending it to Zake right now.
All right. So, like I said, thank you everybody for chiming in and tuning in for this. I have to go take care of my children so that my 4-year-old doesn't have to take care of my 2-year-old. But like I said, Matt Master has a Tops pack that he wants to crack. He has his own Twitch stream. I don't know how to raid. So I'm going to Jeremy, someone like in the chat, tell me how I do the raid. Like, what do I do? I got to go do something. Do I type a command? Because then we're going to send everybody over Twitch. Matt Master, you need to get live right now. And when you do, and you give us the confirmation that you're live, I will raid you over there and without quotes. Okay, so I just do the /raid. All right, Matt Master, I'm going to raid. Cool. So we're going to do that. So everybody, it's going to like point my stream at his stream, basically. Before you go, if you're on Twitch with us, follow. If you like what you found, like subscribe. It keeps us rolling. It allows us to do some stuff. I appreciate all the support. And I know that I speak for Chugs and Taylor when I say like, we really love doing this, and maybe they don't love it as much as I love it, but like they do love it.
I'm just here for the dividend.
Yeah. Here for the dividend.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna type panty raid, but I'm gonna go ahead and raid from over there, and it was a great time having you guys, and we will go from there. So I'm gonna go raid Map Master, and let's see if this works. Did that work? Jeremy, did it work? Tell me if it worked.
It says I'm raiding with 50 something raiders.
I don't know. It worked. Okay.
Whoa.
Good seeing you guys. I'm going to end the broadcast on our end. Where do I have to? Oh, there it is. Right now.
Join. All
right. I think we raided over to Map Master. So I'm going to end this broadcast. Lindy, thank you as always.
Thanks,
awesome,
guys.
dude.
That's awesome.
Appreciate it.